look at all that later on. So I made a short little video about it, right? And I'll watch that too. And which time period interests you the most about the Assassin's Creed games? There's not really the most for me. I just think that whichever one they're gonna do, I play it. You know, if it's a fun game, the time period doesn't matter that much, right? I mean, you can make something boring interesting, and you can make something interesting boring. And so it doesn't really matter what the premise is. It matters how the premise is conveyed. To me, right? At least that's how I see it. That's where I'm at. Assassin's Creed Shadows looks so bad. I think it looks really good. Like, the game looks good. Except for, like, some of the character facial movements, etc., right? But overall, it looks all right. But the problem is really it's the gameplay. I think the gameplay and the movement, right? It really doesn't feel that good. Assassin's Creed Shadows only got the 41K players. Yeah, we'll look at all that stuff later on today and get into it. Obviously, I haven't really I haven't played the game at all on stream because I wanted to at least have like the first few days where I play it on stream so you guys can kind of like follow along with like how things go. But yeah. I recommend playing Black Flag after this. The combat mechanics are outdated, but the overall experience will be more up to your speed. Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, Shadows, I don't think it's really a bad game in a lot of ways, but there are, like, some things that I really, really, really don't like about it. Like, I think for me, one of the biggest things is the way the character moves. Like, you look like Jesus? I know, yeah. I don't know if Jesus is wearing this shirt.
Baby Jesus.
But otherwise, yeah, thank you. And yeah, what's up? I'm chilling, man. And for me, like, it's the movement and the combat is the main thing. Does it feel good to move around and to like do actions in the game? Not really, not really. And that's really the concern that I have. Now, combat actually is okay, but it's very it's so forgiving that it feels like it's almost fake. And
Mailbox.
It's weird, right? It's kind of weird. But yeah, that's it. And the writing seems cringe. The writing is...
Seems cringe.
I don't think the writing is cringe. I think the writing is just flat. Like, the whole game, including the characters, are all flat. And it really doesn't need to be that way, all right? And so, yes, that's basically it. Flaccid, right? Yes, it's flaccid. High effort, mid-execution. Yeah. It's like you put a lot of work into making something that's a little bit above average. That's pretty much the way that I feel about it, you know? The open world does look good, though. Oh, it looks phenomenal. Like, the world in Assassin's Creed Shadows is incredible. Like, just looking at it, amazing. I think 9 or 10 out of 10. Like, really, really high-quality visuals. But on a broad scope. But that's not the way I don't play a game for that. I don't play a game for the visuals. It's nice. It's like, oh wow.
Next level.
But that's it.
What is the next level I need to be at?
For a long time, whenever I'm making excuses for the game sucking dick, you know? Yeah, make the wallpaper.
Dick sucker.
Yeah, exactly. Like my used to be actually 1 second.
We are the Titan's bedrock and foundation.
A little bit of allergies. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I have a screenshot. My wallpaper for the last, I'm not even kidding you, over 10 years is
Communication.
It's the original Diablo 3 loading screen. And do you know what else I never did after that? I never, ever went and I played Diablo 3 again.
These old gods are
relentless. I liked the trailer. I liked the background. The background was really nice. You liked Avowed? I thought
the old gods.
Like, basically, this game does remind me a lot like Avowed, where it does a lot of the things that... So
stupid.
This is what AAA games are nowadays. And I don't know if you guys can agree with me on this, but, like, I'm going to see where y'all are coming from with this.
Good day to you.
A lot of AAA games do everything right that doesn't matter, and they do everything wrong that does
20.
So things like
20.
combat, the hook of
He's level
the
20.
game, systems, and just like the base gameplay loop are usually bad. But the graphics are really good. The lighting is really good. The maybe loading screens or performance is relatively good. Like all of the intangible, like kind of like bullshit things are good. Well, actually, I mean, to be fair, you know, performance does matter. Performance is a big deal. But otherwise, you know, like loading screens are really fast. Like that doesn't really matter. Like nobody's gonna care for loading will sit through a 1 minute loading screen if the game is good, right? I mean, like, what the fuck? And so that's not really a concern that people have. But the thing is that whenever you talk about like
I don't have
actual
that.
character
Why don't I have
progression,
that?
gear progression,
Should I
the
unravel?
story of the game, and like just kind of how it makes a player feel, that's the kind of stuff that usually they fall off a little bit on, right? And that's the kind of stuff they need to improve with as well. Did you see you can't destroy shrines anymore? I did see that. And yeah. Do you think Yasuke is likable?
Joining ribbon.
I
I don't have
haven't
a
played.
joining ribbon.
I actually think that I think it was the dumbest decision in this game.
Yeah.
Besides the way that like your character interacts with ledges and like different verticality in the game, which is I think garbage. I really don't like the fact that I have to play the game 10 hours to play the game that's on the cover of the game. I think it's fucking annoying.
25.
Like, I don't want to play the girl. I didn't buy the game to play the girl. I don't give a fuck about that. I just want to play the guy, right? And so, like, and again, I think that a lot of people probably feel that way, right? It's dumb. Like, I think that really, how could you have made this make more sense? I think that it would have been better if they had kept doing the dual, like, perspectives and then had that happen until the convergence of, I'm assuming, whenever they attacked the temple and you know, they killed Oda Nobunaga, right? Like, I feel like that would have been better. It's called Shadows. Well, I don't know. What does that mean? Reviews say Yasuke sucks. He can't climb and do most of the mechanics, so he's kind of useless. So you still have to play the girl. No, I just walk in. I just walk in the front gate. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. Just walk right in the front gate. Like, as soon as I start playing him, that's going to be it. Yeah, I just kill everybody. Nigahara said he's barely in the story. Well, I think that makes sense if it's historical, right? And anyway, so yeah, I think it was a big mistake to lock the one of the main characters, and also to not have like a guided path the player has to go on that's intuitive, that says do this to unlock Yasuke. Like, for example, I think that the quest to unlock Yasuke should have been on the menu. Like, the Oda Nobunaga quest in order to get him should have been on his little circle on the, like, map, or like, the objectives map, because that would tell people, okay, you need to do this thing to get this character, right? And so, like, that was dumb. Yeah, it's dumb. And so, like, that's the kind of criticism that I have for it, right? And I think that's very fair, too. Skill Up called them the OP God Mode character over Toon. Yeah, that's why I want to play.
I got a bunch of women. What the fuck?
That's what I was hoping for, exactly. And that spoils the story, though. Does it? I mean, does it spoil the story? I mean, couldn't you have just told it? Like, I mean, didn't the story kind of get spoiled by, like, a history book in probably the 16 or 1700s? Like, I feel like, you know, if you're talking about, like, a historical event, like, I don't know about, like, spoiling it, right?
Okay, why can't I make a poll for this?
Oh, wow, you ruined it, you know? Because they rewrote the shit? Oh, they did. Okay, yeah, I guess so, right? I mean, I'm sure there's, like, creative liberties.
And I can't. What is this?
That's a good point. But anyway, that's the way that I feel about it, right? And yeah, why isn't Yasuke just an NPC? You shouldn't have been the main character. Honestly, do you guys remember whenever I said, and I think this is so funny. Do you remember whenever I said that when this game comes out, Yasuke being the character will not even be in the top 10 problems of the game? Do you remember when I said that? I think I'm pretty much right. Yeah. I fucking knew it. Like, yes, Pixar didn't happen, yes. Several times. I think yeah, on point, yes. There are so many other things wrong with the game. And also, look at this, before we get into this, we'll look at this later. I saw a little bit of people talking about this on Twitter. So,
why can't I make a...
that's what the game's
you can.
Is at 40,000 players. So, this is the release day for the game. It has 40,000 players. Now, let's compare this. It has less than half as many as Dragon Age Veilguard. That being said, Dragon Age the Veilguard was also available, was primarily available on Steam, whereas this is also available on the Ubisoft bullshit launcher, so they can sell your data to third-party partners. So, yes, I think that's really the big difference here. Do I think it'll go higher on the weekend? Will it go higher on the weekend?
So we got two...
Yes, it will. Almost every single video game.
I'll give me 25.
This is the way that video games usually work.
Okie dokie.
With any Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? Okay. So usually the game goes like this.
That was a lot.
That's the way that actually, yeah, basically like this.
Now what do we got?
And if you look at pretty much every single new game release, it follows this exact pattern. Because the game gets released on the weekend, or sorry, on the weekdays for the losers that don't have jobs and pre-ordered it. And then you have the game that actually releases on the weekend for the people that have jobs, and so they're going to wait till the weekend to play the game. And then at that point, obviously, you know, most people, like, there's a lot of guys that I know, like, how many of you guys, like, you know, like, are a bit older, and so, like, you have, like, a friend that,
we the club
maybe you're this guy now, right? Where, like, you have to relegate a lot of your gaming to the weekend because you've got a job, you've got other responsibilities, etc., right? Yeah,
this unraveling is stupid.
And so, like, that's why it peaks on the weekend, and then after that, it starts to trail off. And so, and this happens with almost every single video game. Not every single one, but if you look at a lot of the graphs and you look at a lot of the, like, growth patterns, this is what usually happens.
Did that.
So, at least, like, with new games that are of average quality, good quality games will see this pattern maybe happen 2 weeks in a row. But usually it's 1 week in a row for average and even okay games. Like, I would say even good games. Like, if your game is below an 8 or below a 9, you're probably not going to see 2 consecutive weekend peaks. You're probably just going to see 1. And so that's basically what I think happens, right? Yeah,
specialization,
of course, right? All of this makes perfect sense. And so, how's Wilds doing? So that's a great question.
Specializing in threads.
Compare this to Wilds.
Techniques must become an expert at unraveling various pieces of cloth.
As you see here again, like, and it's not showing the entire thing, unfortunately, but you can see Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it goes down, and then that's kind of the way it works, right? So it still has 180,000 people playing.
Fundamentals of tailoring become more efficient at crafting all kinds of tailoring goods.
Within the last day. I am actually surprised to see it holding on to this many players,
considering
how narrow the amount of content is. Like, every time I play Wilds, I just wish that I could port all of the world's content into Wilds. Because, like, I want to see what it would be like to fight all Treon
nice quality.
my Gunman's character on Wilds, right? I would love to do that. And so it's a DLC hyping soon. Well, they're only going to add 1 new monster into that, right? And I'm assuming the monster is probably... I'm not expecting this one to be like a crazy difficult fight, because hasn't this monster already been in the game before? So it's like a known entity. It's like Xenogre or something like that.
Which one? Increasing the classifying across, increasing effectiveness.
It goes without saying that I'll play it. But yeah. They said only Motsune for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Compare it to Assassin's Creed Odyssey for comparison. Okay, yeah, sure. Let me pull it up.
Think on quality.
Let me go ahead and do this.
The bolts and embroidery banner side on threads.
So Assassin's Creed Odyssey did 62,000, and that was 6.4 years ago.
I think we're doing quality.
We'll look at also Assassin's Creed. Let's see. We'll look at Odyssey, and then we'll look at Origins, and then we'll look at Valhalla. Okay.
Do that.
So these are some of the games that like got released, and Origins was a very long time ago, but that has about the same peak. Like 7 years ago, has the same peak that Assassin's Creed Shadows is having today, and then Valhalla actually only has a 50,000
much of that.
peak. This is kind of a big surprise to me. I was expecting it to be much
Don't
higher.
have very much of that.
Maybe it got released way later on, and so that's the reason. And so, yeah, Valhalla came later to Steam. Yeah, this is another thing, right? Is that we don't know the percentage of sales of this game that were, what do you call it? We don't know the percentage of sales of this game that were on Ubisoft Connect versus on, like, Steam. Like, I don't know how many people, like, and Steam, here's the other thing, too. Let me just go ahead and pull up this chart as well. So this is the concurrent users for Steam also, is that the amount of people that are on Steam, we're going to go ahead and just look at this over 9 years, Steam has been growing absolutely fucking massively, right? It's literally going up. Now, why is it experiencing this much growth? one of the biggest reasons actually is the activation of Chinese users, is my understanding. China, there's a lot of people from China that are now getting on Steam, and they're playing and doing things on Steam. So that's it. Do you think people would buy it in Ubisoft Connect than Steam? I would assume, because Ubisoft has pushed Ubisoft Connect so much, that I would assume that the parameter would be 1/3 would be on Steam and 2/3 would be on Ubisoft Connect. And that is also, keep in mind, the most generous interpretation. Like, there's a very good chance that that's actually not accurate, but 50% of Steam users from China I read recently, yes, that's accurate. And so, yeah. And let's see here. I would think gaming PCs would be more accessible. Well, I don't know, but anyway, so you suddenly care about cultural appropriations, and that's why Assassin's Creed is bad.
Can I lighten that
so you
coin
suddenly care
purse
about
for
it. This
ya?
is a leading question, and you're just trying to argue with me. It's not really worth even considering. Anyway, so here's the thing, right? Is that when I see this game only getting 40,000 players on the first day, I think that it probably has a little bit over 100,000. Because of, you've got two things, right? You've got consoles and you've got Ubisoft Connect. I think it has over 100,000. Now, do I think it has over 200,000?
Wow.
I do not. I don't think so. I just don't. And like,
One's what?
Really
One's
check.
29 gold. You should.
No, because then there's going to be like controversy surrounding it. It's not really going to work. So yeah, but that's my analysis of the numbers right now. Yeah, that's it. Avowed, avoided. Well, see, Black Flag. Well, Black Flag came out so long ago, and a lot of these games were not natively on Steam. So, and this is one thing to keep in mind, is that, look at this, for example. So, Rise of the Ronin came out 4 days ago, I guess. Well, it was recent, actually. Yeah, it was quite recent. And so it came out not 4 days ago, but like very recently. And on Steam. And it only peaked at 12,000 players, right? Now, why did that happen? It happened primarily because anybody who wanted to play this game probably already played it on PS5. You already played it on console before. And so when you have a staggered release and you release your game way later on, then you're going to have a problem. You see kind of what I'm saying here? And bad port, I think it was great. I've been playing it a lot. I think it's great. I love the game. But that's just me, right? I mean, I did a whole lot of shit yesterday playing the game. I've already put like over, realistically, like 50 hours into the game. And it's been really fun. I've enjoyed it a lot. So yeah,
Hey,
you cannot take the Steam numbers as a good metric. People are not used to Assassin's Creed on Steam. You can't take Steam numbers as a good metric. You are right, but I think that it is important to keep in mind, and I think the trends that I think that the trends that you observe will be representative of the rest of the population. So it's like you're right and also you're not right. So basically it's a sample size. So that's what I was saying before. It had like probably between 100 and 200,000 players playing it right now. And that will play it today. Now, if this game, I'll tell you this. If this game does not break 100,000
Why do I have
players on
those?
Steam, I will consider that pretty bad. I will. I think that will actually be pretty bad if that happens.
That's pretty bad.
Well, Stellar Blade is going to be Assassin's Creed Shadows by far on PC. I don't think it will. Maybe it will, but I don't really think so. Maybe modding will go hard. I could see Stellar Blade being pretty popular for modding. I'm not really sure why. But, yeah, maybe that could happen. But that's at least what my expectation is right now. I guess Tencent will buy out Ubisoft IPs then. Yeah, I mean, again, I think this game needed to be a 9 or a 10, and I think it turned out to be a 7. Like, maybe a 6 or a 7, I would say. So, like, again, it's like what I said yesterday about fucking Dungeons and Dragons, where it's like, you know, you fight against the gold dragon, and you have to roll a 19 or a 20 to even make your attack even hit at all. They did not roll that. They rolled an 11. You know, that's it. You're severely underestimating PS5. So, let's use Astrobot as a frame of reference for that argument. So, if Astrobot is able to sell 1.5 million copies on PS5, and I think it would probably have some of the highest conversion rate for a PS5 game, then I don't think that PS5 is... I don't think it's like this massive untapped market. There's a lot of people that have PS5s. But at the same time, console gaming is very segmented, right? You have Switch, the Xbox and you have a PS5, right? Whereas PC gaming is consolidated. And so I don't know, like PS5 is big, yeah, sure, but is it that big? I'm not really sure. PC's absolute. Well, it's one monolith, right? Which is what the difference is. Whereas console is separated. Baldy was wrong when he said race swapping only happens in one direction. And this is how Netflix portrays a 13-year-old knife murderer in the UK. The second image is the person it was based on. So, yeah, the show's not a documentary. I read about this a bit. It's complete fiction, crime drama, but the creator was inspired by both rising knife crime and rise of Tate-esque manosphere. So I'll actually watch the clip of this, and I saw a couple of things about this here. Now, in my opinion here, I think it's very obvious that what they're doing. It is. It's very obvious. And I think that the problem is whenever you do something like this, everybody can see the reason why you're doing this, right? It's a bad example. Yes. Well, let me go ahead and I'm going to pull this up here. So here it is. Yes. Netflix adapted the story of a girl murdered by a black teenager in the UK. Casts a white teen as a murderer. The movie focuses on the white male rage and toxic masculinity every single time. Let me see if I can pull up a clip of this. Okay, here we go. So this is the trailer for. This is the new propaganda that's being released. I think it sounds a lot like propaganda to me. That's being released in the UK. Let's take a look at it. Let's watch it.
Oh, so my minutes.
How does that make you feel?
Why are you gonna buy all this stupid shit?
You've got to say I'm not ugly. What I think isn't important. Yeah, you don't say the things normal people say. How would you feel if I did say you're not?
5, so that's 10. Give me 30. What are we gonna get up to?
When you said your dad was ashamed of you, and you think I should contradict you now when you tell me you think yourself ugly.
30. That's not bad. I need 2.
I'm interested in the fact that you think you're ugly, Jamie.
Leggings or cloak?
Yeah. I'm fascinated. I'm interested in it because what you think is more important to me than what is true. Okay.
18. What is not cloak?
So how do you feel about
That's
being
15.
Sucks.
How would you feel? You don't know.
And Lady Bell.
You're not. You're pretty. This isn't about me, Jamie.
Alchemist
You don't think
Road.
you're pretty. I'm not the interesting person in this room.
Uh-oh.
You don't think you're pretty. You do think I'm ugly.
Alchemist Road is fucking level 58.
I want to understand you. To understand my understanding of my understanding of my understanding. Yes. You have a both as much.
Gardening hat.
Okay. Him checking whether to stand was much easier. Whether
Fishing
I understand
cap.
what I did. Look, I ain't fucking saying that. You fucking putting words in my mouth. Alright, like a fucking trap in here. You.
Shut the fuck up.
Go with 30.
What was that?
35.
What the fuck was that?
The fuck was that? 35 to. I'll give you 34.
Yeah.
So. And 3 more of those fucking things.
Is this it?
We've done. Dusk weave.
That's
Weave a
weird.
cloth.
That's weird, bro. Like, yeah, that's real weird. Is creators of Netflix adolescents that they show at the parliament and schools that causes discussion and wants to make things change on social media's toxic influence.
So where the fuck do you get those? Because all I'm seeing is weave a
I'm not
cloth.
gonna take any of this shit seriously at all until they start holding other girls accountable for the toxic shit that they do. Men are not the exclusive purveyors of being toxic
Oh,
on
that's
the
supposed to be
internet,
done,
right? This is not it. Now, obviously, the thing is that you're caricaturing this type of a person. And I do think that a lot of, like, young guys, yeah, correct, yeah, it's like, I don't want to hear about how, you know, men are toxic and this is some kind of terrible fucking thing that's happening. Why do white people feel like they need to extinct themselves? Well, I don't think this is about being white, right? But yeah, in general, yeah, L take, but the others are bad. Well, yeah, I mean, like, the thing is that a lot of guys, so this is what happens, right? A lot of guys go on the internet and they they find people like Andrew Tate or like any of these other bullshit internet dads. The reason why that happens is because they don't have real dads at home. The reason why I think they don't have real dads at home is because any traditional sense of masculinity has been completely removed by society and been replaced with this bullshit. So it's really a second and third order effect of why this happens. Like, you hardly ever see people that come up and do this kind of stuff that had a man involved in their life growing up that was a positive influence.
So he's
The
20.
majority of like boys and young boys that go and do this stuff and like get into like acting weird like this kid did, the majority of them were probably raised by single moms. They don't have any positive male influence in their life at all that's like a guiding force. It's like if you watch a monkey or a gorilla, you'll see the little gorillas fucking with the big gorillas, and then the big gorillas set the little gorillas straight, and then the little gorillas become big gorillas, and they do the same thing. That's the circle of life, right? And so if you don't have the big gorillas around to keep the little gorillas in check, then you have situations like this. So I actually do think it's the case, and I think that all of the different elements of any form of masculinity has been totally taken away from men as well. And I think that any form of aggression that men have, even like kind of casual
Try that.
aggression towards each other,
Give that a go.
and stuff like that, has been demonized. I think that any type of coarse communication, like saying things in ways that are, quote, not PC, has been totally neutered as well. And so you have a society that's totally removed all of the things that men, and especially young men, do and able to do when they're young in order to establish and build a sense of identity and camaraderie. And you don't have any of that. That's why you have a lot of people going to the internet and seeking out spaces like this. That's the exact reason. So when you look at why this happens, it actually is. It's not like but the other side does it too. What I'm saying is that the constant demonization of men, masculinity, and any form of coarse or like basically problematic behavior that young men do, demonizing all behavior that young men do that's aggressive or coarse at all as being problematic and it needs to be stomped out, that's not going to make it go away. It's just going to make it go on the internet. And that's what's happened. You're overestimating? Really? I don't think I am.
Really?
I don't. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm right about this?
Renee.
Because I think this has been a domino effect. There's been a lot of dominoes for this. He's underestimating? Yes. Do you think it's partly why more young men join the army? I think that the fact that like you look at the amount of people that are joining the army now, men join the army. There's a lot of reasons why they join the army, right? Some do it to pay for school, some do it because it's a family thing, some do it for any other reason. But like, it's undeniable that after Trump and Pete Hegseth took over the fucking Department of Defense, military recruitment went way fucking up. You want to know why that is? It's because those guys represent that traditional, coarse, aggressive, and very politically incorrect view that a lot of young men are attracted to. And so if you want to take a guy that has tattoos from the fucking middle-aged crusades there that works out every day, put him in charge of the military, and you're going to have a lot more people signing up to join. That's a fact, because that's what young men want. And the problem is that you have, like, any element and any version of that has been demonized by culture. And I think this has happened in the last 10 years. It's been demonized by Karens. Remember what I said before about how all problems in society are caused by Karens or incels? Well, this actually is a problem that's caused by Karens, and it creates incels. And so it's kind of both. So what I think happens with this, dude's a paladin, of course people follow him? Yeah, sure. And so the problem with something like this, I think, is that it doesn't really explain what the real reasons for these things are, because I think it goes against traditional narratives. It's a historical fact. Men will follow other men. Men will even die for other men at times.
What the fuck?
It's about who you want to follow and who you want to die for, right? And if you have somebody that embraces and embodies those traditional values, that I think a lot of young men universally, like this is totally universal. Like you go to Afghanistan, you're gonna
So
find
that's
men who
fucking,
will find
I'm all out of that shit
disrespectful.
now?
You go to China, you're gonna find men that will find disrespectful. Go to Russia, you go to fucking El Salvador, you go anywhere in the world. This is a universal reality, right? And I think that that is the main difference. Men don't follow women, not in the same way. No.
Hmm.
I think men's lifestyle, environment, and food is lower testosterone.
So why isn't that going up?
And so the reason why people, so this is the point, right? So all I'm doing is providing like a frame of reference to explain why I think this happens. But now you go to the second part, which is why the radicalization of young white boys into manosphere adjacent content. I think especially for white guys, it's especially bad because in a lot of like, I would say like Western culture, that's like the one
What do we
group of
got here?
people
That's
that it's
24,
generally
5.
acceptable to make fun of, right? It's generally acceptable to make fun of men, and it's generally acceptable to make fun of white people. You can't do that to anybody else in the same way.
Dawn. What the
And
fuck's
I
the
think that's
difference?
really,
Oh boy.
like, I think everybody sees
So this is
a lot of
fucking
young
useless,
guys,
Dawn's
young
right?
white guys see this, and they're like, well, this is fucking ridiculous. Universal reality in your fascist head? Well, here's the problem, is that if enough people have that universal reality, then it becomes a universal reality, right? So you can say that everybody's stupid and, oh, they don't really think this and it's not true.
Dawn told
But
us,
you're never
Dawn,
gonna
we
convince
tailoring?
people
Where the fuck
that
do you get
something
that?
isn't real when they're looking at it, right? And so anyway, reality is reality. Yes, exactly.
Shit.
And so anyway, this is something that has
Dawn
alienated
till dusk.
and it's radicalized a lot of young men. And the problem is that, and this is really the issue, is that the problem is that all of the investigation into why is this happening to young men is blamed on young men. At no point ever is it looked at as like,
Dawn
why
till
is
dusk.
this
Passion
happening in a
trait.
broader sense?
Here it
Why is
is.
this happening beyond just this group of people? Because if you look at any other group of people that have problems in society, there's always a secondary group or
Where
a
do we get it?
secondary causal factor, right? Women have problems in society. There's an issue with women. It's because of
Where is this fucking
minorities
thing?
have problems. It's because of the dominant
Oh,
majority.
it's till dusk.
Right?
No.
And so what you have is you see
Let's try
every
this one.
single other group is able to like have a shared accountability for its missteps, but with this group, they're constantly blamed for everything that goes wrong. Feminists created Andrew Tate. They did. They absolutely did. And so that's the reason why people go after content like this. So making shows like this that just further demonize young men and boys and just turn them into like these emotional, unstable babies that can't control themselves. This, all it does is it just further radicalizes them, and it just makes everything worse. That's what happens. When you demonize a group of people, don't be mad when demons don't want to lose. Yeah, exactly. If you demonize a bunch of people for a long time, don't be surprised when they turn into demons.
Passion
That's
trait.
basically what I'm saying. And I think it's very accurate. I think that's exactly what's been happening, too.
Fashion, tailoring.
I'm sorry, but some of the men need to get therapy. As a woman, I've been told that for decades.
Shut up.
How is this different? As a woman, I've been told that for decades. The way that men and women, I think, work through problems is fundamentally different. And I think that the refusal to acknowledge that there are fundamental cognitive differences between the sexes is actually a foundational core problem that I think that's caused a lot of this friction. It's because, and there's two elements of this. So there's number one, there's the element that almost everything is reduced down to a one-size-fits-all for both men and women, which I don't think is accurate because they're cognitively different. They think about things differently.
When the 6 attack, what?
Literally different chemicals in their brain and their body that make them make different decisions, like testosterone and estrogen, obviously. And then you have the second thing is that in the case where it is a male viewpoint or a female viewpoint, oftentimes the female-centric perspective is the one that is the prevailing one in society. And so you have a situation where men cognitively are trained to
Tailoring, industrial tailoring. Is that in the thing?
have everything blamed on them.
Oh, dear.
Their coping mechanisms are deemed toxic. Their types of interacting with each other are deemed hostile and not politically correct.
Okay, that was a waste of fucking time. Yeah.
Basically, the solutions that are given to them are solutions that generally help more women more than men. That's the reason why.
Unraveling.
And so, this is a huge problem. Men allow
So
this.
now I'm
Some
gonna
people
need.
right. Men allow this, and that's why I think men need to stop. Men need to stop allowing themselves to be patronized by a bunch of Karens that hate them. It's so obnoxious. It's so absolutely insanely fucking obnoxious that these men get together. Like, I don't want to listen to some Karen tell me about, like, what words I'm supposed to use. Shut the fuck up. It's weird. By Karens who dominate the media? Well, the reason why Karens dominate the media is because men allow them to, because they think that they'll get laid. That's the reason why. Men allow women to tell them what to do because the only way that they can appeal attractive to women is by being subservient. That's the reason. That's it. They're simps.
Wow.
I understand this is kind of like more of a red pill point of view, but I think this is what's happening. I really do. 30 minutes of armchair psychology. You think it's all armchair psychology? What do you guys think? You guys think I'm accurate on this? What do you think? How do you feel about it? Yeah. And also, by the way, if you're not a guy that's grown up in one of these Western countries, you're probably not going to be able to relate to this because I'm not talking about you, right? Or a girl's not going to be able to relate to this because it's a different experience. So, sure, and this is it. And by the way, I'm sure there's some things that aren't true for everybody, of course. But I think in a general sense, this is how things have happened. And this is what's been going on, right? And so, yeah. On this case, you're wrong. I don't think so. Those men still don't get coochie by being hyper-submissive and self-depreciating. Yeah, but it's a better probability for them to do it rather than, not. And I think that's what happens. She doesn't want you, bro? Yeah, sure. And it's like guys pretending to care about astrology when they get yapping. Exactly. Yeah, have you ever noticed why a lot of the hottest girls are into crystals and astrology? The reason why is because no guy wants to ruin his chance of sleeping with her by telling her that her bullshit isn't real. That's the reason why. You want to find a lot of hot girls? Go to the local witch cafe where they sell herbs. And you're going to see tons of goth girls that are really hot.
Got it.
And they're going to be absolutely fucking crazy, and people put up with it. That's actually true. Yes, it is. It's like, are you really going to own goal yourself? No, you're not. Of course that's what a Taurus would say. You're so right, honey. Absolutely. Like, that's it. Nobody wants us? Yes. My dad dated my mom, who was some dumb astrologian. She had to get laid. Guys would do anything for pussy. They will, absolutely. What if they're not hot and into crystals and asking for a friend? Well, then they live in the middle of a swamp, and if you trade them 3 mushrooms, they'll give you a healing potion, okay? Yeah, obviously, we all know that. And, we've all played Legend of Zelda, haven't we? And, anyway, girl does shrooms all the time.
Why is this fucking dirty?
Solar crystals. Well, I think a lot of girls just get into it for whatever reason. But my point is that, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. And I understand that, basically, a lot of people might view, like, what I'm saying as, like, misogynistic, but I actually think it's the opposite. I think that women have regularly put themselves in male spaces and then tried to make male spaces conform to them, changing the spaces, and then complaining about it. It's annoying. It's very annoying to me. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Speak the truth, yes. And I think video games, like, as a video gamer, okay, like, this is exactly what's happened. Back in the day, everybody would say any word, anything under the sun, and nobody got upset, except for a few pussies. But now, there's like 50 different regulations on what you can and can't say. There's 1,000 different rules, and I think the big reason why is because you're inviting in all of these people. Girls don't act like that to each other. Like, I don't see girls talking like that to each other the same way guys do. It's just not the same. And so, you go into a male space that's dominated by young men that are hyper-aggressive, extremely competitive, and then you want to take away every outlet they have to express that. Get the fuck out of here. Turn off voice chat. That's what I think. Turn off voice chat. Yeah, if you don't like it, turn off voice chat. Get out of here. That's what I think. That's where I'm at. That's it. I have to censor myself a lot, even around my own girlfriend. I'm very PC, or she'll say it's mean. Yeah, I never have had to deal with that myself, but it sounds awful. And, too many pussy guy activities going on these days. Well, it's because guys do it in order to get... Oh, actually, you know what? This is funny. I did see this. So, this is, like, I'm so glad that you said that because that reminded me. So, this guy, oh my God. This is, I think, one of the best examples of this happening, right? So, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, yeah, we've got all of them. So, basically, this guy, we all remember this guy, right? You know, the white dudes for Harris, super big Democrat guy. It turns out this dude is convinced 11 different women that he had no roster and he respected them for more than their bodies while persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat including one from a domestic abuse survivor. When the women discovered each other, he called them insane and attempted to coerce them into telling the public that the photos were fake. So you have this guy that's doing it. Look, I'll play some of these out. And by the way, somebody might be asking me, are you saying that men hold political views for the explicit purpose of hooking up with girls? And my answer to that is abso-fucking-lutely they do. 100%. How many of you guys have tried to act a little bit closer to a girl's politics in order to get a little bit closer to the girl? You don't say. And nobody wants to say this, and girls might not want to hear this because it's like, oh, it breaks the illusion. But no, we don't care about these social issues as much as you think we do, okay? 9 times out of 10, we absolutely don't. And so anyway, a lot of guys just have these viewpoints because they're trying to hook up with girls. So let's look at this. And by the way, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that anybody else doing this, I would be spamming based. But the problem is that people like this love to live in a world full of patronizing, like obnoxious, talking down to you rhetoric. And so you have one of these virtue signalers, one of these constant constant, again and again and again, virtue signalers talking down to other people. It's hypocritical. It's so fucking hypocritical, and it's obnoxious for me to see this. And it's like, these are the ones that are talking about like how other people need to curb their toxic masculinity. I'm sorry, but look, I'm a traditional marriage kind of guy. Now, there was a long time ago, and I really mean a long time ago, that I also would be talking to multiple different girls as well. But the reality is that that is degenerate young man behavior, and that's not something that's good for a civilized society. That's not healthy behavior. It's not good behavior. Men can do whatever they want to do. You're a free person. You can do what you want. But I think the best way to live your life is to find somebody, marry them, have kids, and stay married. And that's it. That's the way it's been working for thousands of years, pretty much, at least in recent history. Not thousands,
what the fuck is that?
It works really fucking well. You're not going to reinvent things because you saw 3 TikToks, okay? Every 19-year-old thinks they're going to reinvent the world. You're not. And so anyway, what if she leaves? Well, what if he leaves? I mean, that's not really a big thing. Let's go back over. We'll look at some of these.
I've been trying to figure out how I want to word a video regarding this, but I think what I'm going to just say is I've never been the woman that has called out behavior like this. I've never been one of these people, and if you have been, fucking props to you. Because I don't think anybody can comprehend how genuinely terrifying it is to do something like this.
I mean, 11 girls all finding out that they're like, it's like, imagine they all, like, there is no main, they're just all side hoes. All of them are. So it's not like, oh, he actually really likes this one and he's just playing all of them around. No, they're all side hoes. Like, that's it. And so anyway, let's go back. We'll look at a few more of these here. And Carly, one of Harry's victims, described the situation in most detail. According to Carly, Harry wooed her from the very beginning, convinced her that he respected her more than her physical appearance. Said that she's, said that she's embarrassed to admit it. She created a private chat with him. It was meant for his eyes only. Shared explicit photos of herself with him. And also, by the way, I do find it to be, it is not gentlemanly behavior to lie to a woman and then say that, like, I'm only talking to you in order to get nudes out of them. This is not gentleman's behavior. No shit. Yes, it's cheesy, bad behavior.
I got played by a TikTok influencer.
And
What
there's
the
no problem with
fuck?
there's no problem with doing this. But if you do this and you constantly start, and this is the thing, I care about women's rights. I care about women. I respect women. No, you don't. You say that so you can find more of them to disrespect. That's the reason. It's like it's like like one of these, you know, the angler fish. They have like the little light in front of them, and it's like, all right, yep, gotcha, bitch. There it is. Gentlemen don't exist anymore? No, plenty of no, that's not true. The reality is that I have so many friends of mine from high school that never did anything weird with a girl, that were completely reasonable, they're happily married, they have kids, and there's no problems, no issues at all. There are tons of men that are like that, and you just don't see them. You don't see them because they're busy taking care of their family. They're working, taking care of their family, and spending time with their group of friends. But no, they're not on the internet broadcasting it because they're busy.
Mm-hmm.
That I exposed
It's the
his
unironic silent majority.
ass behavior.
Excuse
He
me.
started following me in May of last year, right before my birthday,
Yeah.
and he like wooed me. He was very kind. I felt really excited.
He's very kind.
Found somebody who, at the time, I thought respected me for
Really connected with him.
physical appearance.
Are we good? Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a hiccup there. How are we doing? Okay, good. All right.
Should I
Sorry
do
about
this
that.
one?
Felt really excited and thankful that I found somebody who,
Still.
at the time, I thought respected me for more than my physical appearance.
Yeah, he's manipulating them. He's manipulating and lying to them while he's putting out an image of himself as if he's this big supporter of women's rights and women's issues. And the thing is, here's the problem. Many such cases. So many of these times where, like, these guys who are the biggest male feminists out there turn out to be the biggest fucking creeps.
And yeah, I
Why are they
literally
believing
could
it?
never imagine.
Why would they believe a person lying to them? Well, because the person's good at lying. Like, you've believed lies before. Like, the thing is that people that do this are very good at doing it. They're manipulative. And yeah, in some cases, they're stupid for believing in it. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. How can they be so gullible? Well, it's because that this guy talks to them a lot. He makes them feel special. He's manipulating them. And then he takes advantage of it. That's the reason why. Which is, again, guys do this. Tons of guys do this. And girls do this, too. Like, but the difference is that you don't sit around and fucking act like you're some high and mighty person and talk down to everybody about reproductive rights. That's the issue. That's the problem.
Or even like fathom
An example.
what was gonna end up happening after
Leyline
4
residue.
9 months. I'm really embarrassed to admit this. But
Leyline
I
residue.
made the story on Snapchat for just him and named it For Your
Leyline
He
residue.
loved it. He loved the attention that I was giving him and the fact that he knew that I wasn't entertaining anybody else the way I was entertaining.
It's crazy.
How the fuck did we get
It's
that?
crazy that these are the kind of guys that talk about, like, oh, there's like gooners and like male like weirdos and stuff like that. This dude, like, like, have you ever had like if there's ever been like a long distance relationship, like a girl you talk to like in text a lot? Think about how many hours a day you do that. This guy is doing that 11 times. That's like playing 11 gacha games, like doing 11 sets of daily quests every single day. This guy was farming. This is like elite fucking, like, think about it. This is like 40, 50 hours a week probably he's spending talking to these girls. Copy paste. That works at the beginning, but then once you get into individual like, it becomes a problem, man. Yeah, it sounds miserable. Well, it's not, because they're all sending him nudes. Yeah, Harry posts a photo of thirst trap and his girlfriend on TikTok. This shows him laying in bed with the girl. Rocker swipes hand across her face. There it is. And so, man, It's really something special, isn't it? It really is, and I get it, right? I get it, and he probably, you know what? He's probably right. But the thing is that so many of these cases, these are just emotional manipulators that are taking advantage of a situation like this and taking advantage of these girls while simultaneously patronizing you and talking down to you about their high-minded political values that, in my opinion, they only hold as a tool to attract more of these girls. I'm sorry, but if you're talking to 11 girls at the same time and lying to all of them, you don't give a fuck about women. You don't. You don't. Like, what are we talking about? You don't give a fuck about them. You don't care how they feel. You don't care what they think. You don't respect them. Like, what are you talking about? What is this? What are we doing? It's outrageous,
15.
of course, yes. And it's fine you want to do that. But don't go and fucking patronize people and talk about how you
Alright,
feel.
so it's 50, 47.
Let's see here. I'll look at a few more than, and this, yeah. There's.
We have some major breaking news.
Oh yes, we do.
8950.
However, the real massive breaking news is about how you treat
Yeah.
women. And look, before y'all tell me this is
Nah.
fake news, you are welcome to go to Sarah is
Okay.
Censored
Yeah.
over on X. She has all the receipts. She's got the Snapchats. She's got the text messages. She's got the
That,
Facebook
that,
messages. She has
specializations.
everything. Showing
What are
how
you gonna do?
Sisson treats women, how
Just
he
till dawn?
lies to them, how he convinces them to send him explicit messages, that they're wifey material, and that he would never talk to
Bro, I don't know who it was. Like in the Bible, Solomon had how many wives? How many wives did these old prophets have and these old kings have? And somewhere down the line, some simp decided that we're only going to have one wife nowadays? Because, yeah, you used to be able to do this and say multiple girls were wife material. Yeah, you used to be, but now you can't do it anymore. Somebody I think about 1,000, 1,500 years ago, sold us men out, okay? Yeah, call me out. Yeah, we got sold out. Things used to be so good.
multiple women at the same time. Oh, and then when they call him
We
out
gotta
for
bring
it,
it back.
he proceeds to gaslight the fuck out of them and try to paint them as insane. What?
That's right. And this, by the way, is the person who cares about women.
Oddly enough, that's not the most surprising part. The most
So
surprising
what?
part was watching Dean
This
throw
engine
his
for Judge Canada McCoffin.
within minutes. But yeah, go ahead and head on over and check out
Well, because
Sarah's
Dean's
report.
right.
It's quite the revelation about your boy Harry.
Yeah, he's right. Look, if I'll watch him. So this is another guy, and we don't know exactly
No
right
idea what I'm
moves for
doing.
Harris or breaking up.
This one
This
burger
is,
is
you know what
the
this really
awesome
reminds me of?
That's
It reminds me of the 2020 COVID Minecrafters. The moment that one of them gets exposed for being a fucking, like, just a weird idiot, right? Everybody else immediately in that group just instantaneously roaches out on him, you know? Bro, most people have trouble getting one nowadays. Forget taking more. Well, listen, Harry, I'm gonna be real. He's a
I'll get
good
this.
guy.
Whatever.
He seems like he's personable. He's a young guy. He's got a lot of time on his hands. He's popular.
Cheese and
Of
Taylor's
course there's
coat.
gonna be tons of girls that are gonna want to talk to him. For sure, absolutely. If you're a young, popular, good-looking guy on social media, yeah, that, like, and back in the day, do you remember how Genghis Khan? What percentage of the like I guess like Asian population's related to Genghis Khan, like 2% or something like that? Like I mean, this dude got it in. Yeah, he got it in. 1,200. Yeah, it's a lot. And so anyway, this has always been the case. It's always been the case. That guys
Stop clicking.
yeah, he has money and popularity. Yes.
Clicking,
If
clicking,
you are
clicking.
attractive, you have money and you're popular. And being young and being attractive matter a lot, right? There's plenty of people that are old and they have money and they have popularity, but that's not necessarily all you need. But this is a young guy, and so it would make sense. Yes, for sure. 2% of the world. So 2% of the world.
Let's see, create all.
Let me look and see.
Create all of them.
What percentage of the world population can trace its genetics back to
Increases ingenuity by 150.
Back to Genghis Khan. Okay, let's see. Is it 2%?
Exquisite Weaver boat.
0.5.
Exquisite
0.5.
Weaver boat.
There are 7 billion people in the
And
world.
2 storm dusts.
0.5% are from one guy.
Gathered by place with the chanting skill?
That is fucking
Jesus fucking
insane.
Christ.
That's crazy. There's 8 now.
Are
8
you shitting
billion
me?
people in the world. This guy got it in. All right? That's the point. And yeah, it also had to do with him taking away from all the people he conquered, not necessarily because he was popular.
What the fuck?
I don't so back in the day, being the
Let's see,
warlord
mining skinning.
is was like having like 10 million subscribers.
Oh, I'm in the
on
Chanta.
YouTube,
Oops.
okay? But instead of subscribers, they're called soldiers.
Dur.
Yeah, so yeah, it's hyper. Yeah, he was really popular. Everybody, like, you remember in that fucking, even in Assassin's
Dragon
Creed,
Isles.
ain't nobody
No
putting
bueno.
any disrespect on Oda Nobunaga's name.
No
Even
bueno.
he's not. There's no cameras around.
No bueno, senor.
Even in private conversation, no, ain't no. Nope,
No
we're not.
bueno,
No,
senor.
nobody put any disrespect on him because you knew it was going to happen. Aura farmers? Yes, exactly. He showed up.
Work cycle.
And so anyway, this guy
Hey,
got
big
it.
guy.
So this,
Come here, big guy.
The point is that this has been
Speak
going on
and
since the
be
beginning of
heard.
time. Of course. Okay, so we'll watch this.
We will
So
continue
white dudes
speaking
for Harris
later.
are breaking up. Dean Withers claims he is defeated, mentally distressed, tired, and not friends with Chris Mowry and Henry Sesson after leaked messages showed them manipulating. Wait, there's more than one of them? Oh God. Okay, all right, let's watch it.
Anyways, for the first
My directive is to
866 of you
serve.
guys, make sure to double tap on that phone screen and share that live and spam that comment section.
Why don't you stream on Twitch? Why do you do this weird TikTok?
May the Titans carve your path.
He's a fucking
I don't
weirdo.
know where to start. You know, before coming on live, kind of like all day, I've kind of been like sitting back thinking about what I want to say
For girls, so he doing the same. I don't know, he doing the same thing or not. I wouldn't accuse him of that.
in response to Harry and Chris, because
Yeah.
I'm sure that you guys have all heard about that. I mean,
Yeah, we all know
it's been
about
like the
that.
#1 story on Twitter for the last 30 hours straight.
Not really, but okay.
A couple news sources even picked it up. And
Gaming shards.
I've been so mentally distressed for like the last day or two, and like even just the term mentally distressed, I don't even think correctly represents, you know, the journey to hell and back. Just, you know, finding through so many different dynamics,
What?
etc. And I think what I want to leave you guys with is I'm not friends with Chris and Harry,
Damn. It's
Huh?
over.
and that's it.
Wow.
You know, there's so many thoughts that I have in my head.
It's done.
So many thoughts. So
Wow.
many thoughts. And I don't think right now I'm even in a place
Where's fucking,
where I can adequately
Oh, there it is.
give you guys those thoughts in a way that makes sense.
What's complicated?
So I think for right now,
What's
I'm just gonna
complicated?
leave it at that. I'm not friends with Chris
Shard.
and Harry. And I think as time goes on, and I'm
Oh,
able
no.
to gather my thoughts and present them to you guys
Already
in a way
gone.
which makes sense.
In a
I'm
way that makes
very,
sense.
Like, there are some things Dean says that I agree with, other things that he says that I disagree with. I generally disagree with him. I think this is a respectable position to take, but I think the way that he's expressing it is kind of cringe. I think that when you have an instance of like your friend, this is just me, right? And this goes back to what I was saying before about how like there's a degree of like masculinity. Like I think that some elements of masculinity are toxic, but I think that it's good that they're toxic. And one of those elements is that when you are talking about a person who emotionally manipulated potentially dozens of people into taking advantage of them and lying to them, I don't think that you should make it about your mental distress and about how you were stressed out. As
What the
somebody
fuck
who
was
has
that?
been unfortunately affected by this kind of stuff multiple times, if you go back and you listen to like any of the cases when I talked about it, I never make it about myself at all. I never talk about myself at all. I always make it about, because like think about how it made me feel when I had to
Why
drop
do I still
people
have
that
those?
I was like extremely close friends with pretty much overnight. It really sucked. It was bad. But like, if you're gonna talk about an issue like this, the focus should be on the people who were affected. And I think that's another thing. Is like, you know, tanking hate and stuff like that. Like, you know, like not looking for sympathy, etc. But yeah, of course it affected me. Absolutely.
Stone dust. Why am I getting the stone
We
dust?
could do
Glimmering
that.
haze.
Is that weird?
But honestly, right now,
Yeah.
Can't
I'm
feel like
tired
this chaining items. So what the fuck?
and I've gone through so many emotions in the last 2 days. But for the
Shattering.
2.2 thousand people
It's
in
not complicated. He's just a weird manipulator. He's a weird manipulator womanizer that takes advantage of women and preys on their feelings.
Just chain a gleaming shard, reducing up to
That's it.
3 stone dust.
Yeah.
here, I
Like,
appreciate you guys
it's
for
not
being in here.
complicated.
Make sure that you are double tapping
really
away on
not.
that phone screen for me, sharing out that live. We are going to hop into the debates, but before we do, there's actually one other thing that I did
13,
want to say here. So before
Work
coming on here,
cycle
I
interrupted.
did talk to the women and I basically asked them.
The
15.
Titans will
they wanted to
return.
Christ.
reiterate to
Be
you guys
ready.
because I'm sure that this message won't just reach
That's
the
a
2.5
W thing
thousand
to do.
people that have just
Yeah.
tuned into the live. I'm sure that it will be screen recorded. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be in a lot of different places. Please don't harass these women.
Do
At
you
all.
have a query?
They've been sent their own address. They've been
Jesus.
Faith,
like
Who does?
order.
it is
We must
absolutely
remember both.
disgusting.
Read
It is
distance rod.
absolutely just gross in so many ways. And
Glimmering haze, ring
that is
enchants.
what they wanted me to tell you.
Miracata, Glimmering Shadow,
Stop
Miracata. What the
Don't
fuck is this?
Don't send them their own addresses.
Miracata?
And if you claim to
What
be
the fuck?
like
Bismuth
a fan
rod?
of mine and you're doing that shit, just know that you're not a fan of
Oh
mine.
my god.
I just think that's so deplorable. But
Shadow, Williams, probably chance for the range.
Yep, there it is.
Oh,
So
granting for
anyway,
80 advantage.
Craftsman, I
Wait.
don't know about that. It's fucking weird. Fucking have weird ass.
I'll make critical strike.
What party did he represent? Sounds like they have some nut jobs there. Well, I think the reality is that there
Glimmering
are a
Shadow,
lot
I
of
should probably
men
just do all that.
take on political
Well-
viewpoints and they take on other perspectives of things, and they do so in a way that is like it basically gives them the ability
two more.
to prey on women like this. And
One more.
I know that there might be a little bit of confusion with some people, right?
Select the
Because
nine
they're
to the
like,
chat.
why do you care about this? Why does this matter to you? I make a lot of jokes and I denigrate women a lot, but these are usually jokes, and I think
Okay.
they're calling out
The
actions
core
and not
must
people.
be
Only two?
protected.
The fact is, you do, yes, sometimes, right? And I make
Jesus,
jokes about women
crawdad.
like all the time. But the reality is that these are jokes.
Resuming
This,
work
I think, is a real
cycle.
thing, and I think it's very weird to do stuff like this. That's the way I
Alright,
feel about
coming
it.
thing.
We watched the
Plus one
Future Games
Tennessee.
show. It's really funny that you bring that up because I literally learned that this was happening like 5 minutes ago.
Second
So
opening shot.
there's a Future
Shatter.
Games show happening today, and I had no idea about it. Yes, we're gonna watch the new show. We are. I don't know when it's gonna happen or what. When is it supposed to happen? Let me see. If I can
Oh,
pull
so
it
I
up.
need
I'm
all the
just gonna
shitty
look at it
fucking
myself.
gear. Is what I need to fucking disenchant it, right? Then I'll throw it all away. So that's what I do.
How to watch. It's in 45
Didn't even think of that.
Is that it?
Oh, this sounds not so good.
It's in 1 hour and 15 minutes? What? When does it start? It's on March 20th, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so it's 3.
It's crap.
Okay, so yeah, it's in 1 hour and 45 minutes. And yes, we will watch this. It's 3 Central. Okay, yes, that's it. They need to get rid of time zones, man. They should just have everything go according to my time zone, and that's it. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. Did I say it the wrong way? But that's what I meant to say. It's 1 hour and 15 minutes. And yeah, we will watch it for sure. Yeah, American time. And anyway, I'll go back and look at a few more.
Need strides. I
Also,
get fucking
by the way,
disenchant.
this was fucking crazy. I didn't even know this. So not only did Yasuke
Type of
hook up
6.
with this girl, but I didn't know 18 emperors of Japan are descended from her. So are you telling me that 18 emperors theoretically could have been from. That's funny. That's so funny to me. I'm sorry to say. That's so fucking funny. Shabrow's, yeah. Wow, Japan is black now? Yes, I know. Oh my god. I didn't know that she. Like, yeah, cuck fetish is so powerful, you need to impose it over centuries of history over another country. Truly a peak current day Western culture moment. But they only do this to cultures they view as oppressors. That's right. Yusuke's main armor uses, main armor uses the bull imagery. Lady Oichi is also one of the most respected women in Japanese history for her intelligence,
that wasn't bad.
beauty, faithfulness, honor, and determination. Absolutely. So
Do
definitely
you
a
have
person
a
that would cheat
query?
on her husband with a random slave.
5,
There's no company more
20.
cucked up than Ubisoft. This is nuts, man. This is just humiliation ritual for Japan. So it's gotten so bad, and this isn't directly related to Yusuke, to be fair.
May Rook
But
nor Ram
Assassin's
take
Creed
you
is
from
a day one patch for the game. And they've added this in today. That now there's a day one patch for Assassin's Creed that prevents defacing shrines and destroying the racks in the temples. So
That'll give me 3 business rod. Do we need that from
I guess so. And Forzen played the new real Assassin's Creed game. A lot of you guys
need that from my black sniff.
Let me just finish this and then we'll get to it, okay? So Assassin's Creed Shadows day one patch notes. Players are no longer getting stuck. Fixed procedural weapons. Okay, tables and racks in the temples and shrines are now indestructible. Some objects like drums and bowls can still be broken as they are generic. Tables are still dynamic objects, so players can still move and push them. So basically, Japan's, like, I guess, parliament or like their government looked at this and they didn't like the fact that in Assassin's Creed, you were able to just kill random Japanese people. And not only were you able to kill random Japanese people, but you could go to their sacred places, right? This is like going to, I don't know, in like America, it's like going to like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
I guess you can buy one at the fucking gym.
Looting his gear, and then you're wearing it, and it's like a legendary pre-order bonus, okay? It's like, what are you talking about? How do you do this? Yes, it's amazing.
I have calibrated my
Push
prices
him.
to be reasonable.
Exactly. There's like a the Lincoln Memorial. Well, I don't even think that's a
Of course
big
you could.
My directive has been
Give me
fulfilled.
3.
Okay. Fuck.
Nothing.
Jesus, I'm trying to think. What's a really good example of this? Fuck. Something that's else like super grave robbing stuff. Yes, actually you do that. Mount Rushmore. Maybe that's it. But like you have like it's like yeah, this is perfect. It's like a game where like you play through the Civil War, but it's in like the eyes
3, 4,
of the
5.
South.
So I need
And then at the
2.
end
I
of
want to do
game,
another
they
one.
replace like Abraham Lincoln's head on Mount
Shadow.
Rushmore with your character, fucking your player created character's head. Like that yeah, 9/11 Memorial or something like that, right? I'm just thinking of the dumbest possible thing I can imagine. And so it sounds like fun. Yeah, if that game came out, I'd play it. But yes, it looks like Assassin's Creed is already starting things out on the back foot with a day one patch that is seemingly a direct response to the Prime Minister of Japan addressing the fact that the game actively, at least in their eyes, disrespects Japanese culture and
chanting skills.
And I think this is only the beginning.
Eat my biscuits.
Like, I think for the next week or so, there's going to be new stuff about this almost every single day.
Oh, there's 3 of them now?
They did something like that with Assassin's Creed 3 and George Washington DLC where he was a tyrant. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they do it a little bit,
It's
right?
25.
But, again, also it depends on like what the culture is. I think it's
The
very
core
different
way
because
must
like
Power potential.
Americans satirizing
Ten
and
gleaming stars.
disrespecting American
If you wish to
culture, I think
speak
is much
again.
different than Americans disrespecting like Chinese or like African
The Titans
or Japanese
will
culture
return.
because it's not
Be
and,
ready.
like the French people, like a Western world, right? Because like for example,
30, 30, 30.
And this is another thing, right? And this is a one-way street too. Let me see. I think I saw this here. Where is it?
What's this?
Fuck, yeah,
Illusioning
here it is.
atonement rooms?
Japanese people in American games.
That's
American
cool.
people, dude, if you want a character to look like a
Contingency,
fucking
don't know what that
badass,
is.
play an like look at
Give me another rod.
Look at
I
this
have
guy.
an extended supply of goods for
Absolute fucking
Outlanders.
badass Viking European. Total fucking Giga Chad. And it's from Korea. Yep. Asma wants his hair.
Where'd that go where?
You have no idea how right you are.
Just
So
special
anyway,
enchantment, heroes enchantment,
basically, it's very weird.
lost
It's a one-way street.
enchantments.
And same thing happened with
just
solo
on
leveling
this
Llama.
permanent
There's a panel
improvement
that made Japan look
equipment.
weak, and they pretty much hated over there. And
Designated disenchanted
yeah,
master
and China is
disenchanting
probably like wherever
does
Japan is
maximize
at,
our
it seems
quality
like
region
China
to
is
receive
way
when
more
destroying the
patriotic and
town,
nationalistic,
supplementary
And
shattering.
so, yes, it looks like Assassin's Creed is getting a day one patch to fix this stuff.
Without temporary illusions. Equipment regions and lost enchantments. Designate disenchanter.
Yes.
Disenchanter.
Every lesbian
Controls
doesn't look
maximum
like a
quality.
man,
Chance increase
and
quality. I'm
every,
gonna do that
like
first.
black female doesn't like either have a shaved head or have like
This
masculine
is-
features like they do in Western American games.
Disenchanter
It's so
just to
weird.
match their armor.
It's so weird,
Increases
isn't
the
it?
level
I don't like it at all. I see it
Mission
and I'm like, how
change bonus
how is
increases
this not
the level
stereotyping?
performance
How is this not
specials and
patriotic?
disenchanter.
It's so weird. It's fucking weird. Yes, exactly. Such a good point. Yes, it is. They're the real racists? I don't know what to say. Please don't
Most
tell me
complex
Assassin's Creed again, you would
increasing
die
skill
from
level
civilians,
performance
but
for
not in
such
Japan's
disenchanting
Assassin's
epic
Creed. Probably doesn't know.
equipment.
I actually didn't know that until somebody had previously told me, but I did know that now. Yeah, so like,
Just
dude,
through the magic of
Japanese,
uncommon
we look awesome.
equipment.
We look awesome in Japanese games, and we
Oh,
look
there's
awful in our own
increasing
games.
skills.
You know what I think it is? I think our own games just make everybody look awful. If it's a Japanese person, we're gonna make it look awful. If it's a white person, we're gonna make it look awful. Woman, black person, it's all gonna be awful.
Oh,
Because
whatever.
they're
Let's
awful.
do this.
That's it. And so yes, I did see this, and 18 emperors.
Whatever.
A descendant of Yasuke, according to Assassin's Creed. I think that's very funny. I do disagree with you on the
Whatever.
it normalizes people so much,
Pretend I
but
need
it's too
some.
much. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's okay to.
Oh, maybe I'll do this now. Maybe
Like,
I'll.
I think that if you want to have like
Maybe I'll just fucking
hyper-idealized
use these up.
characters like this, basically, like
Fuck 'em.
that's totally fine. If you want to have a more realistic character like Yasuke or Naoe, I think that's fine too. But I think that they should be visually appealing, but they don't have to be like supermodels like the first Descendant or something like that. Yeah, or like Stellar Blade. You don't need that. I'm not really into that. What is this? Your Netflix
3-3.
relationship show, Adolescence, Black Clover. It's based on
3-3, that's it.
correctly. And yeah, again, I think that this is it's very weird.
It's
I
a
think
rod,
that
it's
lot
a
of people
rod.
See this and be like, okay,
3-3.
well, they're not going to portray
That's fucking
the
lame.
person who is who's the criminal as a minority because this would go against this type of agenda that people like this have. Doc is unbanned. Doc is not unbanned. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm actually going to check it right now.
Huh?
You
We
idiot.
are the Titan's bedrock and foundation.
He will be. No,
What?
he's not. Okay? That would have been crazy if he got unbanned. But no, idiot.
Faith,
I'm going to be a samurai.
order. We must
Jesus
remember
Christ,
both.
guys. What is this here? Zombie like, oh, did he like the game? I saw Hassan got sponsored to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. Did he like it? No, he didn't like it. What? Yeah, why didn't they sponsor me? What is it? What did I do wrong? What's this?
Runic illusion. What the fuck is a
That's
runic
unexpected.
illusion?
Yeah, I don't know, man. And
That's what I'm trying to
there's a
say.
bait Twitter post about a bunch of streamers like Doc getting unbanned. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, I don't know why. Why is it that they
I need more
wouldn't
shit.
want me- Why did they not pay me to play Assassin's Creed Shadows? I'm telling you, if they had done a sponsorship for me to do it, I would have done the best
Fuck's on my head.
sponsorship you could ever have. Like, I would totally I would meme about the entire game. Be like, wow, look at this tree. Wow, look how good this tree is. You know, very fake. Okay, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. And fuck cards? Yeah, I guess so. Because you're so humble? I guess so, right? Another sponsored streamer got banned by Ubisoft. I saw that. I want to talk about that and make sure that that's addressed. But, yeah. Yeah. Apparently Hassan did get a
Why am I
sponsor to play
staying
Assassin's Creed. I'm
purple?
quite jealous.
Oh, well.
I saw Will got one. A bunch of other guys got one too. Basically, I didn't get one. I don't think a few
I
other
don't really
guys
do
did
much
either.
at the
But
moment.
I wonder
so
why. Yeah, I wonder what could possibly be the reason. Why should you?
It's gonna give me fucking
I mean,
one.
I feel like I've probably talked about Assassin's Creed more than almost anybody on the internet. Like I've been now, I have been the source. I have probably
Okay, I already
marketed
got all that.
Assassin's
I can't do
Creed
much more of
Shadows
that.
to more people than Ubisoft has. Now, keep in mind, it's all negative marketing, and at the time, the game sucks. But I still probably have done it more than they have, and I feel like I kind of deserve something for that, right? Maybe like, I don't know, $100,000. I think $100,000 would be fair, right? Yeah, give me $100,000. You roasted it, not talking it. I'm surprised they even gave you a review code. I respect them for giving me a review code. I do, and I think the reason why is that they know that I will be fair. I will be fair for better or for worse, and this game definitely was a little bit worse, right? But otherwise, that's it.
Where the fuck am I gonna get these?
Okay?
From just
Well,
down
yeah,
fail
that's right. They won't be able to make the money back from the game. Yeah, that's it. Next AAA game release is going to pay you not to play. As I said, guys, we need to enter into a world of negative reverse sponsorships, where a DEI game comes out and they have to pay me an extortion fee to not play it. That is my end game. To be paid explicitly not to do something.
Alright, so I don't know what the fuck to do.
Hopefully it happens soon. Immortals of Avenum paid $1 million to streamers and the game never reached 1K on Steam. That's because they spent a bunch of their budget on view botters and retards. If they had gave me the money, I would have done a better job by myself. Any game company that's got problems with marketing, if you want to work through like some people through me, I can consult, I can give you a marketing plan that's going to actually work, okay? But a lot of these games, it just doesn't really work very well. So yeah. And would you take that bribe? Yeah. Yeah, and I would just play it later on, right after the time period would be over. Yeah, thoughts on Assassin's Creed Steam charts? What are my thoughts on it? I looked at it earlier. Let's see, is it any better? Ooh, it's going down. It's going down already in one day. That's kind of surprising. So let's look at a couple of other North American releases. So if you have a North American release game, let's look at Monster Hunter's not really a good example. How about North American game release? Let's look at Veilguard.
I'll be
this is
creating
North
all the
American
regions.
game release. Warhammer 40K. So let's look at when these games traditionally peak in terms of time. So they usually peak at about 20, and then Dragon Age, you're looking at this peaking at about 20 as well. But what's really interesting about Assassin's Creed Shadows is that it peaked at only 15 or 16.
You'll be providing all the regions.
Going down.
It says I
That
will
is
be
it.
providing
Like,
all
again,
regions. Regions, none, all.
It's not
they have
peaking.
all the regions. They
Well,
have
I think unfortunately it might be. You should look at the review scores too. I can look at the review. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Okay. Yeah. I will probably watch this, but give me a little bit, okay? And let's see. Oh wow, look at the quality on that. So good. And so anyway, yeah, I'll get to that. Don't worry. But anyway, what I'm saying here is that I forgot what I was saying. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, it's
so they get it back.
Yeah. So basically, if a game is peaking this early and then it already starts going down, then I think that's not very good because again, other Western games are not following that same premise. But as a positive though, however. Maybe because, Rise of the Ronin peaks earlier during the day, maybe because this is a game that has more of a Japanese audience, that time difference would be a little bit more observed, right? Because Rise of the Ronin is also another game that's set in colonial Japan. So, I don't know. I'm not sure. I love numbers. I love looking at graphs, and I think that, like, the graphs like that, I'm very, very into it. Trend is dipping? Yes. How's Yakuza? Check it. Well, I feel like Yakuza is really popular in Japan. Like, this is a game, so if I could recommend.
So when do you get rewards?
Guys, right now, I would recommend.
I thought I was going to get it back.
Combat games like Sekiro, Rise of the Ronin is amazing. I love it. And then the other game I would recommend is this
And
one
this is
right
something
here.
here.
This is a really good game. This is a fun, good
Jesus,
game.
gonna be a
And
binds
then
and picked
you
up.
guys,
Where the
like,
fuck is it?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, like that, it was really, really hard
Alright,
for me
need
to get
some
into
red
this game,
bone.
and I need to play the rest of it. I haven't finished it, but like I couldn't really get into it in the same way that I could get into Like a Dragon or the other one, right? Rise of the Ronin. But I will finish the game. I just haven't done it yet. Valheim? Well, yeah, of course, Valheim. Monster Hunter? Well, I feel like everybody knows Monster Hunter. Like Rise of the Ronin and Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza, those are like kind of like more like, I feel like these games are like they should be more popular than they are. Monster Hunter is as popular as I think it should be. Does that make sense? Let's see here. I'll look at a few more of these posts here too. DEI destroys everything. We used to have decent Assassin's Creed franchise, embrace tradition. Listen, I have no problem with two hot girls making out, but the reality is that the gameplay is just really not amazing. And also visually, I'm gonna be real.
Okay. Start order.
This is lit. This is great. I like this. This looks badass. It looks really good, man. Two hot girls make out in 1575. Oh, there's probably gay dudes 2,000 years ago. It's not like we just invented gay at the same time that they started putting fluoride in the water. No, we've had people been gay as fuck for forever. I mean, shit, it's not like it's a surprise. Yeah, really. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Nobunaga was gay. Oh, was he really? Is that the special, pre-order bonus if you buy Assassin's Creed Shadows? And not as much as Veilguard. Not even as much as Veilguard. It's bad, man.
So what the fuck's the
really
backpack?
Bad. What's
What the fuck?
doing on the right side, though? Bro thinks he's part of the team. Dude, Starfield popped off on Steam, though. Even though it was a day one release for Game Pass. It was crazy how big that one was. Shadows had 40K today? Yeah, I guess so. Dragon Age doesn't have its own launcher? Yeah, I think that you're right about making that distinction. When are you going to play Neo 2? Is Neo 1 worth playing, or is it just plain Neo 2? I don't know if I'd really play that or not. Like, I have so many other games that I need to play that I don't think Neo is really on the list anytime soon. So, like, right now, well, yeah, this is the next game on stream. And then it's probably going to be Death Stranding 2 and then Expedition 33.
Right.
Like, those are going to be some of the ones that I'm looking at right now. So, like, and then this game's probably going to be in a couple of days. We're going to start playing this. So, yeah, any interest in the MechWarrior franchise? Yeah, I just sure wish the developers had interest in it. And I'm going to play the fuck out of Mecha Break. I'm excited to play that, even though I heard it's kind of pay to win, which is fucking cringe. But I might still play it then. But yeah, no, I played Mecha Break a good amount whenever it was in the first beta. I got into, like, I think gold or silver or so. When I was playing the matches. I had a lot of fun playing. But I just kind of, as a beta, so I didn't really play it a whole lot. Let's see here.
Get the fuck off of there.
No, actually I don't.
Get the fuck off of there.
Play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because I'm assuming they're going to have a better version of it for the Switch 2. It'll probably be 60 FPS. That's why I've held off on playing those games. Maybe that's weird, but that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see here. Ubisoft can't read time. So this has been, again, it's officially 0 days since the last time Ubisoft fucked up. Ubisoft apparently requested a VTuber to do a sponsored stream for Assassin's Creed Shadows. The VTuber streams it, and she agreed to it. Not long after, the VTuber gets banned on Twitch. It was a complaint from Ubisoft that had her banned because she streamed it at the wrong time. Turned out it was a Ubisoft mistake, and they misread the time, but they still blamed it on her anyway. This is getting ridiculous. So let me go back over and show you. As a master of stealth who gets caught every 5 seconds, you can come find me in the Assassin's Creed Shadow stream today. And Olivia Monroe has been banned. And she got banned. Let me see what the timing is for it here. Okay, so don't ever work with Ubisoft. They'll agree to a sponsorship and then ban you for advertising their doo-doo ass games on the agreed time.
Doo-doo ass.
Ollie got banned because Ubisoft approved the streaming time at 7 a.m., but they misread the time for 7 p.m. and accidentally nuked her anyway. So I received, because I received a review code, I also received a press briefing for everything and all of the timings for all of this stuff, right? So I actually have the data. Now, part of the agreement that I have out of the review guide is that I am not allowed to share. I'm literally looking at the review guide right now. I cannot share the review guide because they said not to, and I'd never break their trust. That being said, she did stream it early. She did. Like, the time that she streamed the game was before the embargo for the game was supposed to be lifted. She did. But is that her fault? In my opinion, no. Because they told her that time was acceptable. Why does she need to read the entire press briefing if they are explicitly telling you that you can stream it at 7 a.m.? They gave her the wrong time. Yes, they gave her the wrong time. She's unbanned. Well, I just hope that Ubisoft, doing something like this can negatively affect a person's channel. And I hope that Ubisoft can submit a request or some information about this to let everybody know that, or to Twitch, to let them know that this was a mistake and not to count this against this person's account. They need to apologize to her. Yeah, I don't think they're going to apologize to her because she went and shit on the game, right? And this is why, it's really stupid that this happened, and Ubisoft is totally in the wrong. But the moment that you go and you start blasting people on social media, you do lower your probability that they're going to work with you in the future, right? Like, it's like a thing where being polite is almost always the best option, but maybe it's not always what you want to do, right? W or taking the court? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a different person? Am I misunderstanding?
Misunderstanding something.
Different person. I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry. You're completely right. I'm totally wrong. Look, all these anime girls look the same to me, all right?
Mm.
Yeah. No, that's I understand. I see the difference now. Yeah, they all look the same to me. No, I'm completely wrong. Thank you for correcting me. So this girl got suspended. She should absolutely get unsuspended. And no, this is
absolutely get unsuspended.
Excuse me. I did not understand this. This is ridiculous. So is this girl unbanned now?
Drinky.
Is she unbanned? Racist against anime girls? Oh, that's not it. I'm racist against tons of other stuff, too. Yeah, no, not just anime girls. Her ban lasted 5 hours? Yeah. Huge mistake that Ubisoft made. And, again, and this is completely within Ubisoft's mistake. So what I think probably happened is that they just fucked up the AM and PM. That was it. They literally just fucked it up. And they saw somebody streaming the game before the embargo went out. And again, I have the information for when the embargo ended. And yes, she did stream it before the embargo ended, but Ubisoft told her that was okay. And Ubisoft giving you explicit permission, I would think would override a boilerplate information pamphlet that's given to everybody, right? Like, it's an override, in my opinion. And I think that anybody would look at it that way. And so, yeah. I'm glad to see that she got unbanned. This is another Ubisoft death. That's basically the way I feel about it, and I think it's kind of ridiculous, right? So, yeah. Let me see here. I'm sorry. In my opinion, Ubisoft isn't in a position to make a decision with their rep. No, Ubisoft simply misunderstood the situation, made a mistake. The person that suspended her is probably not the person who set up. So this is really... This is such a stupid business thing, right? So you have Ubisoft. Actually, so this is Ubisoft. And then you have an agency of record that they usually, oops, wrong one. You have an agency of record that usually Ubisoft contracts their marketing to. Actually, let me just go ahead and do, like, you have a marketing agency, right? that decides the entire marketing plan for the game. And then this marketing agency usually delegates it out to a smaller agency like, Loaded, Mythic, or any of these other like Twitch streamer agencies, right? UTA, etc. And so anyway, then these are the streamers that it goes to. So what happened is that the legal complaint came from the legal department at Ubisoft, and the contract came from the, came from either the marketing company or, sorry, the agency of record or the agency that works directly with the streamers. So it is actually an instance where you had different people that were involved. Are you guys happy? And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Can happen. They're human. Mistakes happen. I think it's totally acceptable for mistakes to happen.
Get off this
I'm not
one.
going to shit on them. I don't want to crucify them for a mistake. But all I'm saying is that they should definitely make sure that Twitch knows that it was a mistake.
That was going to.
Son, you can't just play video games all day. What would your father say? Fucking commies want to take away my freedom. So true. So fucking true. Yeah, you're gonna let them do that to you? Absolutely fucking not. Yes, good.
Fucking commies.
There we go. Let's see here. And they made the
fucking
mistake.
commie motherfuckers.
Zach's time, not time zone. Yeah, exactly. And Steam reviewer asking the right question. If Yasuke and Naoe are gay, that would imply they never have biological children. No, it's not. They're not gay. They're fucking, they're bisexual. They're pansexual, which I don't even know what the difference for that is. You haven't played an Assassin's Creed game. Games based around you playing a guy that enters animus machine that lets you experience memories of your ancestors. Of Yasuke and Naoe never had any children. No, Yasuke had many children. 8 of them were Japanese emperors, apparently. No, that's not true at all. You cannot experience the memories because you don't have their DNA. Sure, they can have children with other people, but I'm pretty sure Yasuke can romance Nobunaga's sister.
What's up, Ghost?
Brings into question, why did they make them gay in the first place? Well, why did they make them gay in the first place? Because it's a Western game studio and they're just doing it in order to virtue signal. That's the reason why. There's no benefit to the narrative of the game or to anybody other than them, patting themselves on the back for how forward-thinking they are. That's it. That's the only reason that they're doing it. Everybody knows this. Let's see here. Of course she is. Oh, I saw this. I wanted to keep this up just so I can explain what this is. This is what I would recall, this is targeted harassment. This is not a statement that this person has made. It's not anything that this person has done. This is literally just a person that works at Ubisoft, and we're posting their link on my Reddit in order to harass them. We're not going to do that. This is weird behavior. Now, if she's making statements that are stupid, then yes, I absolutely would call it out. But this is literally just taking a person's profile and just putting them on blast and making them a target for everybody to harass. I don't support this at all. It's cringe. Let's move down. But I did want to, I didn't delete it until I went to the, went on stream. That's so wrong. Yeah, exactly. And so did she make stupid statements though? It doesn't seem that way. And if she did, it should be linked instead of the profile picture and just the implication that she's fat, Like, that's weird. And the Lech 25 gifted subs. Yeah, exactly. It's not even doxing, really. It's just, like, weird behavior. A Twitch streamer accidentally showed off her viewbotting app. Uh-oh. Before starting stream. Number of viewers, period, 3 hours, interval seconds. Kick viewers, chat. Oh.
Oops.
Twitch starts counting viewers 1 to 2 minutes after they start watching you. Uh-oh.
Hi, Chief. Hello. Huh?
So this girl straight up went and...
Squealing like a little pig.
Man.
I will be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll just come back in a sec.
Man.
Hey guys, still here?
They never were. They're bots.
No, I needed to do a little, my OBS was asking me to said something and I needed to stop streaming. That's so sad. But I'm back.
Need to stop streaming now.
Yeah.
The fuck is this thing? Oh.
Yes. Okay, and so basically she accidentally showed her viewbotting program, which I thought was kind of funny. And this goes by no surprise to anybody, but the girl that did this did get the streamer who exposed her viewbot live on stream yesterday has been banned on Twitch. Gentlemen, a 24-hour ban incoming? I don't know. But it seems like she did get suspended for it. And there you go. And my friend has her on Twitter, and she doubles down so hard on the lie. Man. Well, you know, just admit it and move on. I don't know why. Like, why double down on this? It's crazy. It's just weird, man. Yeah, she said it was Clara. Yeah, she installed it on her computer. Why are so many Japanese angry about Oichi and Yasuke's affair? Oh, and this is this is the genealogy, I guess you could say. And so, Her Imperial Highness, because she's an ancestor of these three, it's an insult to the Japanese imperial family. Well, no, it's not an insult.
This is different.
Yasuke is their ancestor. It's just it's a good thing. Like, what do you have against this Yasuke? What is this here? And people being reminded of what they'll never have. Weird. Is this? Oh yeah. You know, I've got to tell you, I think the idea of calling JD Vance weird was probably the best criticism that they had of him. I think it was. That was their best one. And I don't know if that's really a compliment or not, but it's definitely something. So yeah. I am the Senate. Yeah, basically, right? What is this here? Our government's assassinated the president. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It didn't work too well.
Assassinated the president.
Well, I have spent the better part of last night and today at the very bottom of the rabbit hole on these JFK files. And
well,
what do you...
yeah, I don't know if I'm going to look at this. None of this was confirmed by the release. This is a 10-minute video. I don't want to watch a 10-minute video about this. Like, just straight up. I don't want to unless it's confirmed, right? And so, yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
What the fuck is this thing?
America. It's true. The third pounder burger failed in America because they thought a quarter pounder were bigger. Yeah, because they are. Anime profile picture, by the way. 1/3 equals greater than 1/4. Yeah, what are those signs?
What the fuck is this thing?
Oh man, it can't be real? No, it is real. They're 14. They're probably 12 or 14 on the internet. They don't know what those signs are because they haven't had 8th grade math class yet. They haven't been to Algebra 1 yet. This is a middle schooler on the internet. Yeah, and also, by the way, as I said, some of the people that are like, this is the thing that, this was for me the last straw when I realized how bad it really was. Where is it? Fuck, I don't think I actually have it here. Well, anyway, there was a picture, and have you ever seen somebody try to, like, spell something correctly? And then, like, they have to write something on the door whenever, like, the machine is broken for something? And it's always spelled wrong, man. It's the Diet Coke thing. I just don't remember where it was.
Okay, man.
And you earlier? Well, Genghis is a pretty hard word to spell, okay? Broken isn't. Let's see here. Finally getting to the fuck around stage. So yeah, this guy,
this fucking Momo.
Pounder, he's 24 years old, one shot his entire fucking life, 20 years in federal prison after he allegedly firebombed a Tesla charging station in Charleston and spray painted "Fuck Trump, long live Ukraine." I'm sure the Ukrainians really appreciate that. Yeah, that's certainly great for everybody, right? Pounder's
fucking retard.
Yeah, I guess so. And, yeah, white privilege, well, I guess it didn't work for him. And, anyway, no, there has been more, it's not really a big surprise, but there is more, obviously, like, vandalism. Oh, here's a good one right here. Let's watch this. This is a, sitting, congresswoman, or representative, whatever you want to call her. She got elected to office. Here we go. Let's listen to it.
I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons.
You might remember her from the greatest hits, such as entering the country is not a crime, and also being the choose your fighter character, and all of her accomplishments being just derivative of her race. Yeah, so that's who this is. Remember that?
Starting with, on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes, I'll make sure that I...
Man. That's crazy, isn't it? Wow. Wow, who says that? Taken down, that's crazy. I don't think that these people realize what they're doing. They are normalizing this to the extent that I think a lot of right-wing people are going to probably start being violent
I'm
soon.
out of range.
I think you're probably going to start seeing a lot more violence. And when it happens, it's going to be a lot worse too, because they're going to think they're justified in it. And start? Yeah, start. 95% of the political violence and destruction in the last 5 years has been left-wing extremism. Let's be honest. Yeah, January 6th, that was a bad time, but that was one day. What about the months of the cities getting burned down by BLM? Get the fuck out of here. No, it's absolutely 95%, and even 95% is probably a downplay. There's probably 98 or 99%. Yes, obviously both sides can commit political extremist violence, but let's not act like one side doesn't have a monopoly on it right now. And I certainly hope that we don't try to even the score. And I think that's what's going to happen. This kind of stuff needs to be toned the fuck down. It is, before things get a lot worse. Way worse. It's gonna be worse because you believe in guns? Yeah, you're totally wrong. No, I'm not. Like, anybody that's been observing media at all in the last 5 years, if you have come to the conclusion that the levels of extremism between both parties of people are equivalent, you have totally drank the Kool-Aid. You have left the realm of reality, and you are completely fucking delusional. You are insane. Not wrong at all? Yes. When people didn't like Bud Light, they didn't go and burn down and throw Bud Light everywhere. Maybe it happened once or twice. I'm sure it happened once or twice. But everybody was like, this is ridiculous, don't do this. It wasn't celebrated by the media. You didn't have Congress people paying lip service to it. It was regarded as a crime, and it was considered stupid and bad. That's the difference. And so when people didn't like Target or anything like that, yeah, you're going to have a couple of assholes, but for the most part, everybody disagrees with this stuff. No, there is one party that's doing this, and that's it. 98%. 95%. I'm sorry, but you're wrong about the right responding with violence? Oh, you don't think that right-wing people are going to respond with violence? Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's just, why don't we give it a couple of years and we'll see what happens. Yeah, no, like, I mean, for sure. And burn down your neighbor's store because the police killed a man is obviously stupid, but let's not pretend right-wingers don't perpetuate violence as well. I don't need to pretend it. It's literally true. It's literally true. 95% of the political violence in America nowadays is left-wing political violence. And it's also justified by the people that are in power and representing the company. No, I don't need to do that. Yeah, it's a literal fact. Anyway, oh, here we go here. This is a good one. Prove it, pussy. This is the mind of a disagreeer. Historically? Who's talking about historically? You can't just announce what's a fact? Neither can you. I can't just announce what's a fact, but you're announcing what's a fact, and that's okay. No, I don't need people in chat disagreeing with me in caps lock saying this. Historically, this is the case. I don't give a fuck what happened 30 years ago. Who cares? I don't care what happened 100 years ago. It doesn't matter to me. I wasn't around. I have nothing to do with that. I care what's happening now. You're making up the stat, Asmon?
Where the fuck does this go?
No, I'm not. Do you really think that... So...
Lame.
Give me some examples of
Who the fuck
violent
is that?
things that right-wing people have done in the last 5 years.
Who was that?
Besides January 6th. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why don't you give me some examples?
There it is. There it ain't.
I'm on my phone at work. Yeah. So there's no examples. White boy protest, the guy that drove into the crowd and killed that woman. Yeah, that was really bad. Everybody disagreed with that. Nobody was supporting that at all. It was universally disagreed with. Nobody thought it was good. Nobody paid it lip service. Nobody was celebrating it. There were no politicians or media figures at all saying this is a good thing. It was a universally repudiated and said this is bad. That's the difference. That's the difference, is when people that are right-wing commit violence, 9 times out of 10, everybody can come together and agree that it's wrong. But left-wing people commit violence, and then you have other left-wing people that try to contort themselves into these weird fucking viewpoints that make it okay. That's the difference. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm saying that it is totally disproportionate, and in the rare instances that it does happen, it is universally repudiated not only by the opposite group of people, but by their own people. That's the difference. 98% is a bit obnoxious, though. I know. I know. That's the point. That's why it's so annoying. It keeps happening. 100%. Come on, why are we even wasting time on this bullshit? Yes, exactly. The left thinks they're justified with being on the right side of history. 100%. Yeah, how do you know if it's left-wing doing the violence? Because I watched the videos of it happening. Bro, the gaslighters in here are going crazy. You are not going to convince an entire population of people that the thing that they have observed on the media for the last 5 years on a daily basis just didn't happen. What are we talking about? It's crazy. Yeah, the right-wing algorithm on Twitter feed you? No, it's not the right-wing algorithm. That's not it. And so anyway, they can't even name one right-wing political violence except January 6th. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. I don't even know what people are thinking. Anyway, let's go back over here.
What is this thing?
I don't care. Move on. Well, I think a lot of people do care. But either way, let me go back. I'm going to look at this. 100% they need to make arrests and do investigations. So do 100% of evil people throughout history. They all thought they had moral high ground to commit awful acts. Yeah, I think so. Here we go. Let's watch this.
I think go back to point one.
What was this fucking
when you
thing?
set a car on fire, you should go to jail. You're a criminal.
Any car,
I don't think we have to talk about it in any other con.
Hello? Hey. That's not. It's not. You know it's not. Look,
I need to get closer.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay.
So
all right,
we were cloth.
Okay. And so, yeah, anyway, SmackDown, yeah, let me see here. Dude's using a tablet, Dasmus. No, he said it was mainly right-wing because that's what Google said. I think that all of the sources that Google has for it and the way that they calculate and aggregate, whether it's left-wing or right-wing political violence, is completely biased and totally unfair. That's the reason why. It's completely unfair and totally biased. Yeah, it's based on how much archives? Yeah. Have you seen Techno got banned? I did. And your determination isn't
Fucking
biased?
11 already?
No, it's not.
Fucker.
No, it's not.
Mother
I'm
trucker.
not going to be gaslit into thinking that watching an entire year of people burning down cities is equivalent to one rally of a bunch of racist white people, January 6th that happened for one day, and maybe 2 Proud Boy rallies that got a little bit violent. It's not equivalent at all. People burning down Teslas and destroying property to random people, by the way. This is not like it's targeted at a person for any sort of a specific reason. It is 98% left-wing people that are destroying property, committing violence, and blowing shit up. It It doesn't matter, like, if Google is saying this, they're using it in a way that is disrepresentative. And they are intentionally misleading people. That's it. BLM is crazy. Proof? The proof is that you generalize a bit too much. How many cars have actually been burned? W needs stats to make that claim. Here's the problem. So here's the issue that you're talking about making claims and like justifying it. The issue is not even that it's happening, and I think that it is a big issue that it's happening, right? Of course it is. But it's also a big issue that there is an apparatus of people that are in mainstream high positions that are justifying it, that are enabling it, and that are sometimes promoting it. Like, for example, Jimmy Kimmel was talking about it and joking around about it. This is not something that right-wing people do very often, and in the cases that it is happening, it's viewed as being bad. They're celebrating it, exactly. No, you're not going to gaslight people into thinking that over the last 5 years that it's even remotely proportional. And it's like the ADL is saying that it's right-wing extremism. Like, you're going to listen to the fucking ADL. The senator running. Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing is, are they being paid for the bail and lawyers, though? A bunch of retards there? Yeah, exactly. And so it's so basic, any rational American knows what's going on. Yeah, it's really disappointing. Like, you don't see, here's the thing, right? Is you don't see other sitting, you know, like, right-wing Congress people saying that
Elon to be taken down. Yes, my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
This is crazy that you're talking about that. Like, you don't see right-wing politicians saying that. You don't at all. Yeah, it's so disappointing. I know. It's embarrassing, man. It really is. It's not good faith if you only use the sources you like are true. The sources that are provided on Google, right? Which group commits, which group has committed more political violence, right wing or left wing? Let's take a look. USD, right-wing actors are significantly more violent and more prone to commit violence. And this is, again, this is from 1948 to 2018. So we have correctly left out COVID and any of the violence that's happened since then. And you can immediately see this, and this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, is that this is the reason why I don't take Google or anything like this seriously, is because the people that are making these perspectives are totally fucking biased. They're completely biased. They inaccurately represent the data, and you can instantly find it, and you can tell it as soon as you look at it. This is some other big longer thing, I'm not really sure. Political ideologies, and then this is also an issue too. Right-wing and Islamic extremists. See, again, so now we're taking the Islamic extremism and we're lumping it in with right-wing extremism in order to make it seem like it's similar. It's complete manipulation. This is the reason why anybody that believes this is a retard. A complete fucking retard. They're not taking into effect all violence they left in the Trump first administration. The government cites crap. Yeah, they're fucking morons. And so anyway, let's go back over here. I'll read a couple more of these. The left runs defense for Islamic extremism. Yes. And so if you look at these sources here, let's go ahead. Heritage Foundation is wrong to say most political violence is committed by the left. Okay, so this is another person saying that it's not true. And let's go ahead and look at this. Examined court data relating to 3,500 extremists between 1948 and 2022. So this is, again, what I'm saying, is that they are using data from nearly 100 years ago in order to make a point. This is from before the Civil Rights Act. This is the issue that happens. So all of these people that are arguing with me and trying to disagree with me and telling me that I'm wrong, read the sources that you're looking at. It's very obviously in the last 5 years, like 1948, and I think that everybody can agree that especially pre-civil rights and during civil rights, there was a lot of right-wing extremism, and it's looked back on as those were the people that were wrong and they were awful. So everybody agrees on that. Ask AI again. AI is going to pull this data from these websites. You see kind of what I'm saying? Ask Grok. Do you know what Grok does? Grok pulls data from these websites, and then it extrapolates that data into a synopsis. That's the way it works. So if Grok Googles it, then you're going to have to look at the Google sources yourself in order to tell that it's accurate. So you're biased then? What am I biased towards? I'm old, but it was in the 90s. Both sides of assets. What am I wrong about with this? I'm amazing. It is amazing to me that I'm getting any pushback for this at all. And I think it's really evidence to show that, like, how hard this brainwashing goes, because you even have people that are able to Google this and they're still being misled because they don't understand what the data that's being presented is. Are these people stupid? No, they just don't understand what they're reading. It's crazy how they consider violence pre-civil rights as right-wing. I guess it's just different. I don't know. A huge tell of bias is how not a single source looks into left-wing judges intentionally never convicted right-wing rioters or left-wing rioters. Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, like, what you've observed. I didn't say you were wrong or right. It's easy to be played on the internet. Well, you are saying that I'm wrong and right. You absolutely are. Just spam the AI chat. Ruby Ridge examples, both sides have assets. You are explicitly telling me that I'm wrong. Yeah, screw it. History doesn't mean anything. It's all lies. You are absolutely doing that. It's so annoying to have somebody do that and then pretend like that's not what they're doing. You're not biased, and I agree with you, but you misinterpreted the last paper about Islamic extremism. It's an accident that can discredit the whole side. No, it's not. If I pull this back up again, I can go ahead and show you again. So what am I misrepresenting and misunderstanding? I last studied. What am I misinterpreting? Gaslight is so funny to see happen. Yeah. I can't even find a source that takes in the past 25 years. They all go back 100 to 150 years. Yeah. And the reason why is so they can paint an inaccurate thing. It says right-wing and Islamic are equal in violence. You said that they were lumping them together, but it's comparing them. Left-wing, right-wing Islamic extremists across both data sets radicalized perpetrated by individuals. Left-wing causes less likely to be violent. In the United States, you find no difference between the levels of violence perpetrated by right-wing and Islamic extremists.
What?
However, differences in violence emerge on a global level, with Islamic extremists being more than likely right extremists. Let me see here. I think that he's actually right. It's unclear whether differences are here. Yeah, I think he actually is right. And so anyway, yeah, no, I think he is. But I have seen, so the reason why I thought that, and I think that you are correct about this. And so these are three separate things that are being discussed separately. The reason why is that I've seen other instances where Islamic terrorism was lumped in with right-wing terrorism. And so I assumed that to be the same thing. It was an L assumption. It was a mistake on my part. But anyway, you can see how even in that circumstance, right? All of these instances where this data is coming out and they're trying to say that, like, the violence is equivalent or right-wing people are more violent, the reason why is they're deliberately using a very long-form frame of reference in order to misrepresent what's actually happening now. If you look at what's happening in the last 5 years, you'll see that left-wing violence and left-wing extremism is like 95% of the violence and extremism. Yeah, historically, it's been different. But I don't care about what happened in 1960. I wasn't even alive. I care about what's happening right now. That's it. And so, yes, and if you look at these posts here, you'll all see that they're using larger frames of reference. And levels of violence mean nothing. You're talking about amount, which is like 10,000. Why? I think the amount and the levels of violence are bad. An assumption because instead of reading the abstract, your base is propagandist. No, I just made a mistake. I was reading it. So anyway, let's see here. That's an insane claim. It's a good percentage, but not even close to 90%. What do you guys think the percentage of left-wing violence is compared to right-wing violence? What do you think the percentage is, guys? That you've observed in the media in the last 5 years? Let's actually, you know what? Let's do a poll. Yeah.
It's pretty high. Hit the roof. Hit the firmament.
Versus right wing. Okay, 90%, 10 plus.
What the fuck's that glyph?
80-20. And then 70-30. 60-40. 50-50. 40. Let me go back at 60. And I'm just going to go back and just get all of them. And that way we can get a good indicator of what people think.
Yeah, where the fuck is it?
And where are we at? Okay. And this is also
the fuck is that?
Just so you guys can get an understanding. Is this accurate?
Where the fuck is this glyph?
Yeah, no, we're gonna take off multiple choice. Oh no, it's okay. All right, is this good?
Hungarians grow unchecked.
U.S. Yes,
Destroy
USA.
The colony's leader.
This is for USA.
Collect the spores
worldwide's
to
not
prevent a new
relevant.
fungal army.
Oh, there it is.
Single
That
choice?
shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. All right. Yeah, this is U.S. only. All right, let's go ahead and do a poll.
Hiding under the boat.
I need to get closer.
All right, here you go.
Gotta go to bed. Gotta go to bed.
Give it a minute. You are taking into account since 2016 the rhetoric of hate has increased. That increase leads to more violence and in and out of the political spectrum. Yes, but let's not pretend like it's not. Like, yeah, wow, what a big surprise. Everybody can clearly tell the obvious reality that anybody knows. Where's the poll? Yeah, let me look at you guys again. Everybody knows what this is. This is the wrong question because in 1 year it's 5 years, vice versa. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, it's like a pattern or something? Yeah, it's a pattern. Yeah, big surprise. Pretty much everybody is agreeing. Look at this. If you add in 56 plus 19, that's basically 20, so that's about 75%. 85% of people think that the vast majority of the violence is left-wing violence and extremism. This gaslighting and this bullshit about how, oh no, it's both sides, it's not both sides. It's one side doing it, and then 1 or 2 instances of something like January 6th happens, and people constantly fixate on that without thinking about anything else besides it. I don't think your sources are valid. So why is it that my sources are not valid, but everybody seemingly comes to the exact same conclusion? Why is this happening? Go figure, a right-wing chat thinks this. Statistic websites seem to differ. Well, the reason why statistic websites are differing is because their methods of data is inaccurate. The way that they are providing the data and the way that they're analyzing it is deliberately misrepresentative. That's the reason why. And so the poll itself is the source, bro? Yeah, exactly. This is much more accurate. Yeah, it is. There you go. And so you can see very clearly, this is it. The left also enables migrant criminality. This is an obvious echo chamber. I have a conversation which actually studies this. Well, I don't need to have a conversation with somebody. All I have to do is open my eyes and look what I've seen in the media for the last 5 years. What company have right-wing people targeted and burned down dealerships for or buildings for in the last 5 years? What company did this happen to? None. That's right. None. It doesn't happen. So it's just simply not the same. Yeah, please name one. Exactly. It's so... And this is the thing, is that a lot of people that are defenders of this are going to try to use these arguments. Oh yeah, well look at this study that uses a frame of reference from 1948 to make a judgment call on what's happening now. It's outrageous. I remember seeing left-wing violence over a decade ago. So sad to see it becoming more widespread. It is. It really is. They're lost and are lashing out like fucking children. Yes, and my general viewpoint on this kind of stuff is I don't think that you should give it any credibility, or you should not even... No, it's not both sides do this.
Who the fuck is this?
Is it bad when anybody does it? Yes, it is. But let's not pretend that not only is it one-sided almost completely, but not only that, but you have major figures in media and also politics that are paying lip service to promoting and celebrating, or at least hand-waving, the violence. It is a completely one-sided thing. And it's embarrassing to me to see so many people that are so stupid and so brainwashed to think that it's not. It's completely fucking obvious. Anyway, I think I've made myself clear, right? How much longer do I need to say the same thing? Let's go ahead and watch this video.
I think go back to point one. When you set a car on fire, you should go to jail.
Who the fuck is my thing?
I don't think we have to talk about it in any other context. And all those cars have cameras in them, and those dealerships have cameras.
He's right.
You're beyond being stupid when you do that. You're going to go to jail, and you now have a government that just got their mandate. They can't wait to find idiots that do this. You're going to spend 5 to 20 years in prison.
Thank God. Lock them up.
Yeah, it's not there. Where the fuck did it go?
If they get them on terrorism,
oh, maybe it's
a stretch, they will have no parole, no shortened sentence. They'll rot in hell in prison for 20 years. And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay. Breaking in, shooting a car, setting on fire, nothing to do with the politics, nothing to do with Tesla.
Yeah.
You are a criminal, and you should go
the broader
to jail.
question about the protest factor? I mean, you heard...
The protest factor. It's not a protest. When you're lighting things on fire and destroying property, you're not protesting. You're a fucking criminal. This is what I'm saying, is that they constantly try to defend it, make excuses for it, explain it away, both sides the issue, this kind of stuff. This is a one-sided issue.
You're a criminal.
I'm talking about Tim Walz and his comments about the Tesla stock. He says it gives him a boost to see that stock going down.
That poor guy didn't check his portfolio and his own pension plan for state. It's beyond stupid what he did. He's talking down a 3.5% weighting in his own pension plan. I mean, what's the matter with that guy? He doesn't check the well-being of his own constituents in the state. I mean, that's their investment fund.
He's right.
What a bozo.
He's very right. Yep, there you go. And yeah, you can tell she's getting nervous because they're looking bad. Well, they are. And I think that these people are completely losing the propaganda war. And I think this is happening universally. People are starting to realize that there is only one side of people that commits violence regularly, destroys property regularly, terrorizes people regularly and then has mainstream media figures and personalities
lamplighters are
playing
stretched
defense
thin.
for it.
For the
Thank
Arathi to
fucking
survive,
God this stuff
we
is
must
finally
settle
getting called
inlands
out.
shadowed
I
from
think that they need to take
Beladar's
these
light.
people that are, you know, burning down Teslas and being violent, etc., and they need to completely throw the book at them. I think they need to put these people in jail for as long as you possibly can. Because this type of behavior, the problem and what I'm worried about happening is that this type of behavior is going to just get worse, and then eventually right-wing people will start reciprocating. And whenever that happens, there will be literal billions of dollars in damages that happen. But historically, it's been considered a good thing. I don't think historically burning down random people's cars has ever been considered a good thing. When has burning down people's cars been a good thing?
10 Arathi, yet the shadow
I don't think
even
that's
our
what's happening.
machines. Search the surrounding area for salvageable
Yeah, I'm very
parts.
confused about this.
With them, we will make a garden deep under
Yeah, this isn't a...
Azeroth.
it's a retard take, exactly. There's only one side here that's constantly trying to justify and hand-wave extremism and violence. It's one side.
I mean, is it okay for an American company to just be hated, for people to want it to not do well?
The dishonesty with this is unreal. Oh my God.
I think go back to point one. When you set a car on fire, you should go to jail.
Yeah.
You're a criminal.
Any car.
I don't think we have to talk.
Yeah, see, this is the any... Oh, this is any car. Like, well, this is... Oh, no, this is... All right, there's a little bit more of it. I didn't know if it was the same clip or not. Yeah. It's like, oh, well, it's any car. As if this is happening regularly to all cars. As if this isn't being targeted explicitly at Tesla. So you can see with a lot of these cases, these are people who are using...
Who's that thing? Ah, there it is.
Like, basically, verbal tricks in order to mislead people.
You're beyond being stupid when you do that. You're going to go to jail, and you now have a government that just got their mandate. They can't wait to find idiots who do this. You're going to spend 5 to 20 years in prison.
I cannot fucking wait. They need to do this faster than they can. Yeah, let's see here. And how do these news reporters grow up to be so stupid? They're not stupid. I don't think this woman is stupid at all. I think that she knows what she's doing. I think that the majority of people that are okaying this stuff and that are hand-waving it, I think that they know that it's bad and they're just letting it happen because they agree with it. That's the reason why. Like, really, like, the simplest answer is the right answer. They think that if we can terrorize Tesla owners enough, we can hurt Elon Musk, which is going to somehow diminish his power in government. They hate this guy and they're looking for a way to do it. They're trained in propaganda. Yes, exactly. And it makes her look good.
I need to get closer.
And so, yes, do you think burning a Tesla should be more punishing than burning any other car? I think that if you're burning a Tesla and it's found out that you're burning it for a political reason, then yes, it should be worse. Because political violence is worse than actual violence. It's the same reason why there's a difference between manslaughter and murder. So if you're doing something indiscriminately or accidentally, that's not as bad than if you're doing it with, like, an intent. And it's the same thing with murder that's contemplated or planned ahead of time versus murder that's just kind of spur of the moment. So yes, absolutely, I think that burning down a Tesla, if it's found that you're doing it for a political reason, should be considered worse. And those are two other frames of reference that I would use. Future game show starts soon? I know, sorry. Kind of a heavy topic. I actually get really annoyed by it. The people that, like, argue about stuff like this really makes me mad. But, you know, hopefully I can, you know, not get too agitated about it. It's terrorism. Yeah, I just hate to see people hand-waving terrorism like this. I really do. Because I think that it's so destructive and it's so dishonest. Yeah, same reason why hate crimes get additional years. Yeah, exactly. They're burning Teslas while talking shit on X. They're retarded. Of course they're retarded. They're burning a car that has more cameras in it than a fucking Hollywood movie studio. Yeah, they're retarded. Congratulations, you want a prison sentence? Yeah, exactly, right? So if a businessman goes into politics that would basically protect his business, that shouldn't be the case.
Fucking idiots.
You didn't listen to what I said.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, that's why would that protect his? How would that protect his business? Do you think that violence that's committed for a? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna ban this guy. This is a misunderstood thing. I'll ban him. That's fine. Yeah. All right. That's not what I was saying. Yeah. What the actual fuck? They're damaging cars predominantly owned by people who share their own beliefs. Fucking morons. Yeah.
What's that?
Hodgkin's reacted to people doing this? Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I mean, it's so indefensible. It's basically, I think this is the left-wing version of, like, January 6th. Where, like, anybody that was defending January 6th was, like, just a fucking retard. Complete fucking retard. And it just completely exposed them as if, like, okay, this is a person that's totally fucking biased and shouldn't be taken seriously. I think this is the new version of that. Like, this is the left-wing version of that. There is no defensible way that you can explain burning down cars and destroying property indiscriminately for other private citizens for a seemingly no reason.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Missouri boxers from the 1930s, fear through intimidation. Exactly. And that's the reason why you should never, like, that's the reason why I'm so adamant about shitting on it and, like, being aggressive towards it. It's because the people that are doing it,
What can I do for you?
like, I feel like it's such a terrible precedent. Yeah, they're terrorists. They are. They are terrorists.
Go with honor.
Read a few more of these. Are you vying for your session? So this is the other thing, right?
Outsiders are
I know this might be hard for you to understand.
Don't despair.
I haven't disagreed with you more on this topic than you've ever said.
Stay in
A
the
right-wing
light.
chat thinks this. It's just objectively true. I know it might be hard for you to understand that I just have a principled stance against committing violence and destroying property indiscriminately for political reasons, but I actually do. That's the reason why I was against January 6th, too.
Glory to the horde.
So, no, I actually just have a principled position on this, and I don't agree that being violent and destructive is something that's productive at all. Can you explain why Rise of the Ronin's so good? Because it's good.
I don't want to do this.
It's a sword game, and you can run around and get different swords, and you can hit people with the swords, and they're dead. That's probably my favorite part about the game. Yeah, lots of bans recently. Yeah, I just, there's a lot of people like that come into chat, and they're just so stupid. So stupid, it's embarrassing.
Feel the warmth of the sacred flame.
Was there a stupid Netflix drama on your X feed? I already saw it. I talked about it before. Or you see the Asuke simulator? I might play it tomorrow. Yeah, I will. Do you have your contenders for game of the year so far? It's probably the game of the year so far for me is Monster Hunter Wilds. I think that's the game of the year so far. Like, obviously we're 3, almost 4 months into the year. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I think that probably a lot of people are gonna say Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's fine. I like Monster Hunter more, but I feel like, yeah, if you like that game, it's fine too. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 easily washes that. You like that? Yeah, I mean, again, I think that really it's just a matter of opinion and preference. Like, I thought Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was also good, but I just like Monster Hunter more. I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's about it. Split Fiction? Yeah, I heard the game was really good. I did. I just haven't had the opportunity to play it myself yet. All right, well, let's see what they're going to announce. Hopefully it's going to be something good. All right, boys. They're going to announce GTA 6. They're going to announce GTA 7, actually. right, let's get it. You know what? This is a great time for me to do it. It's a great time for me to take a piss.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Okay.
welcome your hosts of the
Is volume good?
Spring
I gotta take a piss.
Jennifer English and Nolan North.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Future Game Show Spring Showcase. My name is Jennifer English, though you probably know me best as God's favorite princess and the most interesting girl in the world, aka Shadowheart.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to be here in this.
Ooh.
How would you describe it?
Ominous.
Ominous auditorium to get you all up to
Ominous.
speed with the latest video game news. Though, as you can see, I won't be raving this
All these stupid fucking
I'm joined by a man who needs
different qualities.
But alas, I'm going to subject you all to one anyway. Yes, it is I, Nolan North, the voice of Nathan Drake, Dr. Richtofen, and a bunch of other guys you've probably spent 30 or so hours with while sitting on your couch. If you haven't heard of me, it's because I recently took the subsidies, and now there's this British dude called Ben Starr who's running around taking all the jobs I used to get. He even hosted one of these shows, I think. I'll have to do something about that guy. But that's a problem for another time, because over the next 90 minutes, we are laser focused on introducing you to a new generation of great games.
You can expect plenty of gameplay trailers and a series of presentations from some of our industry's brightest developers. And there's also going to be some world premieres which will be revealed as we work through today's show. No
Okay.
harm in a little mystery.
Speaking of which, we've got one to kick us off, and I'm not one to keep the good people.
Did I miss all the silly jokes?
The team behind Gears of War.
Do you have a query?
Let's get into it, shall we?
Yes. Oh,
Return
wow.
if
Too
you
bad.
wish to speak again.
Oh, all right. Let's get it.
All right, my dudes, I gotta get out of here. You go to bed.